Nothing less than tens for the speakers. You'll hear us before you see us with beats that beat the streets up. Yeah. So try and keep up and keep it low key, cuz police try and treat us and keep us on a leash, cuz that's how they see us, thinking we nuts. Cuz we'll die for the ground beneath us, because this land made us. This land made of players that stay on paper. That's how we came up amongst the mayhem to the day when we display what we made of. The game can never change us. The West Side teaches on these streets where you find that D before G. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a block. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted. Let me know what y'all on, cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air. Take a whiff. Only the nose knows the aroma. Compose the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we can go nuts and stay at the stove like grocers, and post up with O's on the table like coasters. That's how the game coached us, made us all in the soldiers. Now that dough is the focus, so know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models, riding good, the latest model, drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed a pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload 30s a dro while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always give me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a block. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea. On the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted. Let me know what y'all on, cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down in a minute. What am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town to Fifth City, the sounds of Fifth's empty. When we tipsy is risky, where the lick be at least 10 deep. It tempts me, but there's no mystery. Where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimping ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game, but the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without suffer long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a block. We out west with it.
A1.
Wait and see, someday, we'll take it from me,
Yes sir, I like how that sound right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of inspirational. It's like everybody got a goal. They're trying to reach or alive. They're trying to live, man. Be bumps in the road. You gotta keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? If it don't kill you, it make you strong. You know what I'm saying? My story right here. It takes a special kind of mind to grind and work from the bottom and climb up the ladder of success in time. It doesn't matter what the test is, every step is another level till I step in as the next in line, no question. I'm considered one of the best, my whole life invested in, holding mics and sketching rhymes, you guessed it. I'm on mine, still restless, yes, even pressed up my records on my own dime. As many battles I blew breath in, and open mics I blessed. I'll never be labeled an overnight success, passing out CDs, doing shows for free, then dabbing Bo to eat so that my soul could speak over these soulful beats that's so cold to me. Like the breeze in the shower, we be posted deep. All the prices that I paid, the sacrifices I made, it'll all come to life one day, someday.
Wait and see, someday, we'll take it from me, wait and see,
You know what I'm saying? Just be patient, man. Bumps and road ain't nothing. Rotate, doesn't stop, man. Check it out, look. I remember it like yesterday, trying to get my record played at a radio station where they play hits for days. Having a conversation with this lady I'm facing while she making a statement made for me. She said, look, it's too many words in your hook. You need to work on your look. For what it's worth, I never took her words personal. But at first I wasn't certain though if she knew my words are personal and not just verses and books. Until the curtain closes, this is my version of what I know. Learning in first person till I blow, and still I know how it feels to know I'm the deal. Did you still feel like a deal is just right, or a deal just might still add to my appeal? But they won't know I'm real till I touch my first million, right? I'ma chill till my bars is felt and play my hand with the cards I'm dealt, and that's the plan till it's solved itself. Yo, it's damn near impossible to shop music without lots of loot to maneuver and make moves with. So I stay in tune with my pursuit. Fuck trying to recoup, I'm trying to juke and move units. The truth is, I'm used to excuses dudes give, like you can do what I do. Food and prove it. Walk in my shoes then. I'm used to goofy producers and cools that try to misuse you quick. Why you got it confused? If you think it's about groupie chicks and interviews in a mix, it ain't got ghouly, but I truly got the tools to overcome obstacles, including this music biz. I'ma shine like jewels, unlike these Rubik's Cube dudes with all this woo-woo-woo when they spit. Mick Luda is the future, so get used to this. It's day one, not a crew or clique. It's a new beginning.
Why we shine wherever we go. 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 Lord, Lord. Welcome to the mind of a pothead. On my head, see a young nigga got dressed. We don't give a fuck what the cops said. I'm living a legacy. So even when I die, I am not dead. Nigga, I am not dead. Fuck with me.
Great afternoon to you wonderful people. Welcome to this Friday edition of I Said What I Said. We are live from inside the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Toussaint Werner. My name is Howard. Each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. we get together right here with you and we discuss issues that are currently impacting the black community, how those issues impact us as individuals, but also how they impact us as a collective. And along with your help, we talk through many of these issues in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, we want to overcome them as individuals, but perhaps more importantly, overcome them as a collective. Thank you all so very, very much for choosing to be a part of this conversation. As always, your input is valued. It is certainly appreciated. Anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so. We will read through as many of your comments as possible while we go through the show. We would kindly request that you please take a quick second to share the broadcast. Share it on your personal page. Share it even within your personal network to absolutely anyone that you think would add value to or find value in this particular conversation. Again, this is I Said What I Said. It is Intellectual Thuggery at its absolute finest on a Relationship Friday, which means Mary Q Angel is in the building. Mary, how are you?
I'm waiting. Hey, I'm good. I'm great.
You're good?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay.
I'm
Mary
excellent.
sound like the heroin was hitting her.
Yeah, she sound like this. She sound like this. She sound like she's just.
Cause I didn't
Like
hear.
this. I'm.
Was I supposed to speak? Oh God.
I didn't hear myself through the mic.
Bobby is the king of R&B. King of R&B.
Yeah,
Fuck.
okay.
Jesus Christ. My name is Howard Howard. His name is Toussaint Werner too. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, brother? I'm blessed and highly favored. How you?
Man, ain't nothing to it, man. If I was doing any better, I would sell myself. I'm feeling good on this particular Friday. The sun is out. The weather is relatively decent compared to the past couple of days that it has been. It's been chilly. It's been snowing. And today we got some sun.
It
snowing
was.
like a few
That's
days ago.
just
It was
not.
snowing specifically
it's not okay,
on
man.
George Floyd's day.
Yeah, that wasn't George Floyd Day.
It was.
Thank you.
You know what I mean.
Hey, you know what though?
You know what I mean. 420, snow, and victory, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah. So
Oh,
no, I just didn't understand. But I went bike riding, right? This past week, right? But with the real bike riders,
Right.
The group,
Right.
So I went with I think
You owe 80 miles a day ass
bike
motherfuckers.
riders.
right. It's a bike club.
No,
right?
they do like
And they
80
be
miles
like-
a day around the city and back.
Yeah,
on
they
some
be
silly
like
shit.
they be a hot 150, 200 deep in the middle of the streets. It'd be super dope. It's super fun. I'm not gonna.
No, it's
lie.
good to see. I like to see y'all come. Like I'm riding down LSD and I see y'all come over like
Oh,
one
we
of the
stopped
bridges or
traffic. It's
something.
dope. It's super dope.
Y'all ain't stopping traffic on Lakeshore Drive. I mean, if y'all come over the damn
They've
demo.
stopped traffic. G. They
Not on LSD,
not
y'all
on
ain't?
LSD. No,
Right.
we ain't on the highway. We on regular street.
Heard you. Know for sure on the regular street.
Right. So it's called Streets. It's called in bike group. Right.
Yeah.
So I've been putting in a couple miles here, a couple miles there, because the season ain't really here. It should be, but it ain't. We ain't got the kind of weather, right?
Right.
So it's been
Yeah.
cold. So I've been putting up 10 miles here, 12 miles here. I did like one real ride, like 35 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got out there with them dudes. I was fucking dying.
What?
I wasn't supposed to curse. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Right,
you
right.
knew,
So-
I done already fell off.
Right before the show started,
Two
Two said he's
said-
gonna stop cursing.
stop cursing.
Right.
I said, I'm going to stop. I didn't say everybody else. I
No,
said,
you said it's.
You said you. There's
it's a
no
personal choice.
I'm not signing up for this bullshit at all. Fuck is wrong with you? But you said you were gonna stop cursing.
I am. I'm going to try my best. You know what I mean?
I'm here for it. Let me know how.
But
I can
either way,
support.
though, man,
You want me to hold you accountable?
No, I'm
Want
cool.
me to break?
I'll be accountable.
Want me to interrupt the show every time you curse?
I'm not
Or no?
interested. Not at all.
Okay, cool. Just want to know how I
They
can
met
help.
up at Dunbar Park. And they took off from Dunbar Park. We rode from Dunbar Park to like
Is Dunbar Park where I think Dunbar Park is?
right behind Dunbar.
Okay, cool. Sometimes it be shit like that. Like it sound like this is where it's at. It's like, nah, Garfield Park is actually way the fuck over there. Like,
Yeah. So we met up at Dunbar Park, rode from Dunbar Park, and it was like this obscure route, but it ended up at the United Center.
okay,
Right? Double back from the United Center, went downtown. Next thing you know, we at the State of Illinois building. And at this point, I'm dying, right? And this ain't even no long ride, but the speed at which they're going is like, all right, my body's not ready for this yet. So I'm dying. But then they say, all right, from here, we're going to Wrigleyville. I was like, man, I'm out. And that's the first time I ever quit, G. I quit, though. I was disappointed in myself.
Oh man.
I was like, I'm out, G. I'm starting to feel 50. It's not right.
you couldn't roll with them.
Not a
Couldn't make
quit.
it, G.
So wait, when's
So
the next
about
time
how much of the trip do you think you completed? Like 75%?
I did more, like 75%. And then I
Okay.
had to go home. You know what I mean? Still. So, but I wasn't going to Wrigleyville and going home.
So when is it happening
hell no.
again? And are you going to prepare yourself?
It's random.
for
They do it like 2-3 times a week when the weather really nice. And I usually hit it with all the time.
Riding to Wrigley don't even sound like a. That don't
Riding
even
to Wrigley
sound
by
fun,
itself
G.
would have been cool. But mind you, we rode to the west side.
Y'all
then
went-
back
y'all went to United
downtown,
Center first.
Then to Wrigley.
Y'all went to United Center, then back downtown, then y'all was gonna go north to Wrigley.
Right. So if I we
that's
just went to
trash.
Wrigley straight.
So once y'all
I'd
hit
been-
downtown, you just came back south.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good, buddy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I feel you on that.
I'm not.
You're
You're not-
gonna,
you're not
going
riding
to
to
be
Wrigley?
prepared for the next one.
I mean, when the weather breaks, I'm gonna be ready because I I'm gonna get in shape anyway. I'm gonna do it myself.
Shout out to Gino. Gino on his way to Wrigley. He's wrapped up his show here. Shout out to the Bigs. On the Soil just wrapped up. You can catch On the Soil right here on What's In It for the Black People Media every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Gino just said he was heading up to Wrigley. You know, Gino is like that dude in the baseball world. Like he got
That's awesome.
like he votes for like MVP. He gonna have a Hall of Fame vote in a couple years, and he that deal. So he go to all the Cubs games and be in the media box, and he shares it though. Like he be broadcasting on not broadcasting like live, but like share like behind the scenes stuff on his social media and stuff like that. So shout out to Gino for keeping me plugged in, if nothing else. But no, I ain't riding to Wrigley. Gino got in his car. And what's wrong with y'all?
I mean, if you into the bike life, it's dope. You know what I mean? I just was disappointed in myself that I was that out of shape. And I think it's Animal Free April. That's what I think it is.
You think it's the Animal Free
energy was
April?
like,
Animal
this is
Free April is
trash.
supposed to
You
be
think so?
like giving you more.
Supposed to be
I
giving you
feel
life.
better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel better, but
You don't feel as strong?
Do
I
you feel
don't.
like you have energy? So maybe energy, but not strength.
I'm gonna
Is
say
that
it like this:
possible?
I'm not in pain, and knowing I got pain.
Right.
You know what I mean? And since we doing the Animal Free April, I don't have no pain.
That's what Sadiq said it would be though. It
He
would
said
be
that,
freeing
though.
up the
Now,
pain and all
That's
that.
why I'm committed, because I don't have no pain. I'm
But you
getting
just
out
feel
of
a little
bed,
weak.
like,
I think your body's just lying to you about feeling weaker. Like you just like you're not getting the shit you used to getting, and so you
It's
feeling this
mental.
kind of different thing.
maybe
so
that's
you don't,
it too. But
I
I
mean-
didn't have the
He
energy to go to
just mental.
Wrigleyville. I wasn't going. You know what I mean?
Devin, the NFL draft is tomorrow. That is a good point. Let me think about it. I will get back to you and report directly to you on that. That's a good point. Maybe we should. That should be long as hell though. But let me think about it.
NFL draft special.
What you talking about?
An
I'm hollering at
NFL
Devin, that's
draft
all.
special.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah, you just ain't got nothing to do with you, player. You ain't trying to do no NFL draft special.
You right. I'm not. You're so right about that.
But I very well may be with that. So let me think on that, Dev. We might set that up.
And give it up to everybody in comments. Is with family that's like staying
Yeah, on
biking
Facebook
and
and on YouTube, man. We popping
Facebook,
on YouTube right now.
Facebook and
Yes,
YouTube.
keeping
Shout out
up,
to everybody that's
keeping
watching on
fit.
Facebook and on
Six
YouTube.
Howard, they
man.
ignoring. We see
eating
y'all, man.
well.
Salute.
Yeah, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hope y'all find yourselves doing well wherever you may find yourself out in the world. I see King Salim is in the building. King Salim said, "I'll fly on the bike trail, but the streets, I ain't that confident."
Well, I'm a red brick. I'm a Viking. I've been telling you.
I thought the person it was
Viking.
7, Salim. You know what I mean?
I've been a Viking.
A Viking. A Viking, Viking.
It's a Viking. You know what I mean?
I hear you. All honor and respect to you, King Salim, as always. Definitely want to greet the king properly.
So it's Relationship Friday,
It is Relationship Friday.
and I'm sick of relationships.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Come on.
No,
Like the only one that's married.
It's,
talking
it's,
about you sick of
dead
relationship.
stop right there. It's-
Period.
That's it. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Period, Paul. Look at this.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
Relationships.
What about them though?
All of them suck. Now,
don't like people.
I disagree with that now. All relationships don't suck.
You don't like people.
I love people. I just don't love people in relationships.
I just don't. When I'm not in a relationship with people, they cool as hell.
I love it. It's great.
I might have to agree with that
Yeah?
or not.
You fuck with people until you in a relationship with them?
I don't. You know, I digress.
All right,
I'm not-
bet.
I don't even do relationships. I
You
don't
like
think
people
so.
before you're in a relationship with them. What does that say about you, Toussaint? What does that say about you, Mary?
What's the
What did you
question?
change about yourself in this relationship that led you from being happy to being unhappy? That you want to lay this all at the feet of this other person. What did you do? How did you change? What compromises did you continually make?
Conversation.
Yeah, I know. Come on. What happened?
That's
What y'all
a
do?
question for two.
That's a question for both of y'all. Both of y'all just said the same exact thing. So I asked both of y'all the same exact question. What did you change about yourself inside of this relationship where you went from happy to unhappy with the same motherfucker?
I'm not in a relationship.
Oh, now we taking that because you just gave an answer. You
Yeah, and then I said I digress.
Y'all
And I
just
said
said
I
the same
digress.
exact thing. In the relationships that you have been in,
It's on too.
where you find yourself liking that person, and then you're in a relationship with them, and now I don't really like them, or I'm not really as happy as I was, but I used to be happy with them. What changed?
I think to speak on a relationship, it was always on me, not the other person.
Good. I'm asking you. So what did you change?
So taking full responsibility for myself, just understanding what I wanted and what I needed out of life. So if it doesn't add up, then gotta keep it moving.
Heard
Purpose
you.
driven.
Heard you.
Now, I do believe in getting your act together before you enter into another relationship.
Yeah, you gotta do the work. You gotta heal. You gotta
Gotta do the work.
find where you at with it. Two.
It's on too.
So your questioning is flawed, in my opinion, right? But
Only Toussaint says shit like
is,
that.
though.
What's the flaw in my question?
because you was like, you asked the question, why are you blaming them for your unhappiness? I didn't blame nothing. I just said relationships suck. You know what I mean? And my mindset going in forever since birth has been, I want a girl when I want a girl, and when I don't want a girl, I want a girl that understands that.
Heard you. So why I'm not saying that you explicitly said that this is that person's fault.
Something's going on there, Mary. You didn't like that
Because it's okay. What do we have here? We have a married man. You're in a relationship,
Yeah, I am.
and I am single. So when you're answering this, I'm just thinking to myself, but you're married.
You say what now?
You're answering this question. I'm thinking to myself, but you're married. So I
It's
think
still a relationship.
Okay.
What does that mean? I don't understand. Help me, because this is moving too slow for me.
Help me.
I'm just
Nigga.
listening. You said that you're tired of relationships. So what parts of relationships are you tired of?
So one, we're not going to have this conversation analyzing Two's life. That's just not going to happen.
I'm not even trying to do
No, I
that.
know that, but I'm just letting it be known that that's never going to happen because I'll stop talking. So
Yeah,
we
definitely.
understand
I
that
get
too.
it.
Nobody's trying to do that.
Yeah, that ain't what I'm saying either. You know what I mean? I'm just, and I was just throwing some stuff off the cuff, honestly. To be honest.
It happens. It happens.
And y'all read with it, and that wasn't the plan.
Well, you know me,
That
man.
was
but
what
it's all good though.
We gonna make it do what it do.
But
So,
I had a conversation all day long, right?
Yeah.
The conversation is still the same conversation for me, right? It's not very many intimate relationships that are based in spirituality. It's
Bingo.
and in that vein, the vast majority of them just aren't fulfilling. You know what I mean? It's just
I
that
agree with
simple.
that.
And then people wonder why they're not fulfilling. It's because you're not in tune with yourself.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? And it ain't got nothing to do with the partner.
How do you define?
And truth be told, going back to the relationship is a mirror thing too, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you got to dealing with that person, going back to the empty part conversation we was having last week,
sure.
that's just and it don't even have to be empty, right? It don't have to be empty, but that's where you were when y'all met. But the concept of monogamy or long term or duration, that don't mean that's where you're gonna end up, but that's where you're gonna be. And when you get to where you're gonna be on that journey, then that connectivity ain't the same anymore.
I agree.
We'll get to that. That's a fair question. ROW. We'll get to that question here in a bit. I hear you too. I think that I just think that we don't take enough responsibility for our dissatisfaction. Like in all aspects. I was having a conversation last night, right?
Okay.
I was on Twitter Spaces, right? And it's a group of people on there, and we've been really, really clicking. Like we've been really, really having some dope conversations and really enjoying each other's company and hanging out. But one of the conversations came up, and we was talking about like, sexual interactions and whatnot. And it was this dude, cool cat from, I want to say he was from like Philly or Atlanta. I can't remember which one. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I thought I was real, good at sex. And he was specifically talking about cunnilingus, right? And he's like, I thought I knew what I was doing. He was like, it wasn't until I was, 25, 26 years old when I found out that I should actually be trying to stimulate the clitoris more so than just fishing around my face with this hole, right?
He don't know no bisexual women. Obviously not. So let's continue.
What do you mean with that, bro? What do you mean with that?
saying, let's move on.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of those.
Okay, I said that to say this. My response to him and to all of the women who were in the space, I'm like, I blame women for this. This is women's fault. Like, if this man been eating pussy for 10 years and has no idea what he's doing, it's women's fault. Like, ain't nan one of y'all told, like, yo, this is not good. I'm not even enjoying this. Here's what you should actually be doing. Like, it ain't his fucking fault that he didn't know that. He wasn't born knowing it. So if nobody ever told him, and he always thought it was cracking, and they allowed him to believe that, either to stroke his ego, not hurt his feelings, whatever they was doing, right? I blame every woman who he's done that to until he learned until the one woman was like, yo, that ain't it. This is it.
So it was time.
So we're going
You
to
got
steal
the
this
lesson.
from Kevin Samuels, because I told you
Oh,
he was talking
Jesus.
the other day. I heard some Kevin Samuels clips, and I've been paying attention now.
Come on.
We're gonna call it sexual market value.
my
Sexual
goodness.
market
SMV.
value.
What's your
my
SMV?
goodness. Oh my goodness. I gotta start monitoring what you watch.
I thought the SMV was dope. That's what I do.
Okay, sexual market value.
SMV.
I think I'm gonna end up fading to the distance, but go ahead.
TT, I'm just going off what the man said. That was his story, you know?
Yeah. I can see you saying it's the woman's fault, but for me, it goes back to the same thing, though, right? It's not a real, genuine spiritual connection, right? So what ends up happening, even in sex, is it becomes transactional. So in a lot of ways, men and women are just masturbating with partners' bodies, and you get what you get. You know what I mean? So think about, and I mean this in a sincere way, right? Think about the women you've been intimately connected to versus the ones you just bust down,
Sure.
right? It's a different experience no matter what. Now, I've had
We're
those.
gonna go down the road I don't want to go down.
No, we can go down that road. We should.
Damn it! This
now
is about. I can see. Listen,
Now listen.
I know.
I'm not-
Listen,
listen.
I know what I'm about to say. I know what you're gonna say. I know what I'm gonna say. I
Nope.
know exactly
Nope.
where
You
this is
don't
fucking
know.
gonna
You
go, and I
know this
don't
one.
really
You
want to
don't
go
know this
there.
one.
But I'm still gonna respond to you the same fucking way.
You don't know this one.
Damn it!
You don't know this
What
one.
is
why
it?
the fuck you let me
it
do
on the
this?
Table. Lay it on the table. What's up?
I mean, you got them instances, though,
Come on.
right? Well, you be like, this shit different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This shit different. And it might not be your lady. It might be a busser, you right? You might have ran him on this by accident,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But that don't mean you can't be connected. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you can't be spiritually intertwined.
Heard
You
you.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And your trash just might fit with her trash, or your gold might just fit with her gold. I don't know, but those are randoms, and those are you don't find them all the time. You remember them.
I heard you.
You understand? And you might not stayed with them or kicked it with them for no amount of time, but that moment you're gonna remember that moment. You understand me? So you got to recognize it as special. Those are different, right? You got to acknowledge that. I think I won't say everybody, but I've had a few of those like, oh shit, what was that?
Yes.
Right, and them make me nervous. Oh shit.
But what I'm saying is, and I damn it, I know how this is about. What I'm saying is, I think that experience can take place without the prerequisite experience of we so damn connected like that. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is you can be connected like that though, right? There are kindred spirits.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but sometimes
We ain't never even met.
sometimes that kindricity only comes out in this
Kindricity.
kindricity. Look it up. Sometimes that only comes out.
Say it, look it up.
Look it up. Sometimes that only comes out
Intellikey,
in this
as Gino just
particular
said.
environment.
Shorty
In
had
this
a lot of
particular-
Intellikey
So,
potential.
she had a very bright future behind her.
That's what Gino just worded today was Intellikey, which means potential. You read about some Intellikey out there. I have. It happened. There's some Intellikey out there.
Young brothers of my era thought cunnilingus might as well be cunning linguists. As far as they were concerned. He said, we didn't eat no pussy, but they was still eating pussy, I bet. Motherfuckers just
Man,
wasn't.
that's crazy. 'Cause I got an uncle his age that said the same thing. Like, what's wrong with y'all young cats? We didn't eat pussy.
No, I think that's
No,
probably true.
That's true.
I think that's probably
'Cause
true.
we caught the end of that generation. We wasn't on that.
Yeah. I see, by the time my generation
And now
came,
y'all eating booty.
Nobody
publicly.
was on-
Y'all
Talking
disrespectful.
about
Y'all so
publicly.
disrespectful. Oh, y'all nasty. No morals.
I think when I was growing up, motherfuckers didn't really talk about it. It was like still a thing most people denied, but people was on it. And then, when I started, I just, it wasn't nobody business, but it wasn't nothing. It wasn't a secret.
R.O. Double says
Fuck
there's
you
a
gonna
lot
do
of
me.
women who think they are head doctors and not even close to the office. I concur.
This is true. I revoke your robe, your stethoscope, everything you think you earn. You ain't got none of that, shorty.
Some of them are
Trash.
just squirrels.
Trash. I've literally kicked a person out in the middle of head. Like, no, this is whack. You can go now.
Kick them out.
In the middle of
I
it.
say stop doing that. We probably go kick.
It's
kick
great
them
that
out.
you guys are like communicating that though. As far as what you were saying earlier, it is definitely our responsibility to communicate.
That's what
our
I'm saying. Like,
sexual
it's
desires.
I thought I felt it my personal duty to let her know that you cannot go through life giving head like this. This is trash. This is not gonna work for anybody.
You have a different generation. You ever ran up on a chick that don't give head? You run.
I've heard people say it. I've never believed it.
So
I've never come
personally ran
across
up on
somebody
one.
that was like that I was like having sexual relations with, and she was like, "Nah, I'm with this, that, and the third, but I'm not.
I see Mary's gonna be on bullshit all day there, 'cause she's just gonna sit back and act like she ain't in this conversation.
I haven't run across that.
I did have a chick who only special occasion. She was not for it unless it was a special occasion.
Yeah,
And you dealt with her for a
I'm
matter
not
of
for
time?
it either.
I dealt with it. It was
She
hard.
must have had her box
There was
must
love.
have been crazy,
I
huh?
loved it.
I loved her. You loved her because
I loved her,
you
man.
know what? You know why
I
you loved her,
loved her, man.
You
Hey,
know-
the box was crazy.
You loved her because she wouldn't give you what you wanted, and so you was in pursuit, and you couldn't wrap this thing up until you concluded your pursuit.
Now Ron's a cancer. He just loved her.
Put up with it.
I just love you,
Fuck no, I'm not. I'm just not dealing with it. It's trash. How
I
old
ain't
are we?
saying nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I just think.
How old
it's-
are we?
But speaking to Celine's point, right? Like I'm from an era where that still was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know, looking down the generation, it's some different stuff going on out here,
It's definitely different.
right? Women is doing women, men is doing men. It's
First
totally
don't
different paradigm.
first don't mean right. Okay, y'all had it wrong. Now I will
So
say
y'all got it right.
I don't know about right.
Y'all is Sodom and Gomorrah though.
I don't know about right, but I do know that eating box is better than not eating box. Like I know that much.
Okay, well bless your heart.
Are you saying you still don't eat box?
Nah, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's different.
Okay, what's different?
It's no rules with y'all at all.
What's the rules of box eating?
Yeah, what would be
Not
the
with
rules?
boxing. I'm just saying with morality in general.
Oh yeah, y'all was hella moral in the 70s and 80s. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, the lines get blurred.
Like they do. Like
Lines get blurred. That's why dudes is wearing spandex pants out here
heard you.
and big ass shoes looking crazy as hell.
Heard you.
I'm just saying the lines get blurred. G. I just said the lines get blurred.
Heard you. But yeah, all y'all. Let me not.
It's still. I think there should be some barriers sometimes. G.
Like what kind of barriers though?
What berries are we talking about? Should the berry be at eating box?
I don't.
I tell you the number one reason that y'all.
Socially, there should be some barriers. Let's put it like that. At least lie to me. Do what you're gonna do in the crib, but it should be some morality barriers in the streets. I think. I think when we lose them, I think
You're
we
saying
get
as far as discussing?
discussing.
Yeah.
I think the openness. Think about like what's that? The white people thing. Where everybody was like, and this was like in the '60s. Spread love. Everybody's happy. wearing
Oh, you
flowers.
talking about
It was
talking
hippie,
about
but it was attached to
Flower child?
Woodstock.
Woodstock.
Oh, Woodstock. Yeah.
So
okay.
Woodstock was kind of just
Burning
like
Man,
free
all that.
love. Everybody get out with everybody. That's all white.
Not all food is edible either.
Then you-
Regardless, I'm not saying just go put your face everywhere. Nobody's saying that. I'm talking about being anti.
Yeah, I ain't saying that either, but just Woodstock, for example,
Mm-hmm.
right? So everybody's free loving it up and the whatever, right? That and I think the numbers from that, like they have like numbers tracking like gonorrhea from that, because gonorrhea was like a big deal in 1960, whatever the fuck, right?
Hey Ron, how you catch gonorrhea?
And the numbers went up like 2,000%. Yeah, Ron, how
How
did
you catch
get rid of
gonorrhea?
that?
You gonna tell me how you got it?
How do people catch gonorrhea?
I don't know. Tell me.
No, you
Herb.
taught me.
I'm not
You taught me
sure.
like a month ago. How do they catch it?
I'm not sure.
Who do they
I
sleep-
think- I think we were talking about chlamydia.
But no, who do they sleep with?
We were talking about chlamydia.
Okay, who do you sleep with to
You
catch
see, he's a
chlamydia?
professional. He knows the differences.
Who you sleep with to catch chlamydia?
Somebody dirty.
No, not just somebody dirty.
That's what I said the first time.
No, you said homeless people. People that
I
sleep
didn't bring- I
outside
didn't
are
bring
gonna
up
give you
homeless
chlamydia.
people. I didn't-
Yes, you did. You said they
No,
sleep under the
you
bridge.
asked me would I, and I said no, I wouldn't because I don't want to catch something. You said why do I think only homeless people have something?
Right. And you said because they sleep outside.
They dirty.
Like chlamydia just on the sidewalk under the bridge on 51st and 18th. And like, what's wrong with you, man?
Chlamydia over there.
It's chlamydia over there. Hey, slow down when you come through here. It's chlamydia over there, man. Fuck is wrong with that, man? That's hilarious.
So you feel like it takes out the sacredness of things when you're
It
like,
ain't even just about the sacredness of it per se. I just think family energy dictates social energy, right? And I think the government standard leverages or dictates family energy through marketing and media,
okay.
right? And I think that when there's a free fall, when there are no standards, rules are important. You know what I mean? I think they are, right? And I think that the further and further we get away from rules, we just start seeing these amalgamations of society. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying homosexuality is wrong. I don't even want to put that out there. I think they say 1 in 12 dogs is gay. So, but I think we have to take
Like,
measure.
who did that
of-
study, fam? Like,
we have to take measure though of how media dictates behavior, right? And we start to see these wild. I saw some shit. This is in real life. some kind of domestic dispute happen around my area, right? Woman arguing with the police and a man. I'm thinking the dude done whooped on or something like that. Who knows what happened?
Please remind me that I want to tell him that I want to tell him the number one reason for why they didn't eat box back in that generation. Okay,
But
Please
either
remind me
way,
that.
they arguing over yada yada yada. Come to find out, the dude got a boyfriend, and that's I don't know how the argument started. I don't know. I'm just paying attention that this is all happening. I'm like, this is next level to me, right? And the police was like, man, he's talking to the woman, and this is a black woman, right? And he's like, man, shorty, you got a boyfriend, as if to say, that's your leeway to be like, this can't be resolved. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is pretty much a wrap.
It is what it is.
It is like, yeah, like, you should just let that be. Ain't no reason to fight with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's trying to say that. He's trying to articulate that message. And in the articulation of that message, it comes out that, no, she with it. She already knew this. This is the team concept. And I was like, this is too much for me. I got to keep it pushing. I don't even want to hear the story no more. It's too much.
Hey, everybody got a role here, man.
I guess so. It's just above my pay grade. You know, I don't understand it.
Hey, I was talking to another brother, and he was like, from the time he was 21 to 23, he only had threesomes. He said he refused to have sex with the woman alone. Like, he was like,
How old was he?
he said he was between 21 and 23. He's older now. Like, he's like mid-30s or something now. But
I had a summer like that. I was young and stupid, but
yeah, that's what he told me.
I had one of those summers too.
The green door in her sister.
Nobody else.
Right. the green door in her auntie.
That green door is gone.
Green door got rid of.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the number one reason why people in your generation and before did not eat box
Fur burgers.
at a reasonable rate is exactly what you said. It was the Bush. It was the Bush era. Nobody liked the Bush era. Not from.
What you mean nobody liked the Bush era? People in the Bush era liked the Bush era.
Nobody liked the Bush era from 2000 to
They
2008.
had whole movies about the Bush.
Nobody liked the Bush era from 2000 to
Plays
2008. Nobody liked the
there.
Bush era from 55 to 85. The Bush era was trash. Nobody's doing
the
that.
Bush era was trash from your perspective.
Nobody was doing that, fam.
Everybody in my era was like, gee, you see the Bush?
Right. But y'all was also afraid of it. Y'all wouldn't go near it for real.
We weren't afraid of it.
Yes, y'all were.
No, we wasn't.
You just like, how you, it's just not, it's not okay.
Revenge of the Nerds, the whole movie theme for how many episodes, how many movies was there? Like 1 to 7?
Yeah, y'all really thought it.
We've got Bush. That was the whole theme of the movie.
Y'all really thought it was cute. Y'all really thought it was cute to be like at a park or a pool and then see a girl with a whole situation coming down her thigh.
It was intriguing.
That was not intriguing. that is disgusting, is what it is. I talked to a woman 2 days ago. Woman proudly says she has a bush today. She without any hesitation, and I believed everything she said. She said it's braidable.
It's
No.
You know, it's
She
levels,
said
I
it's
guess.
braidable, and then she went on to tell me that.
Was she
oh,
white?
No, she was black.
How did that happen?
She was black, and she was like, you know, I had been married for a while. She's like, you know, it's just kind of how it was, and I've been divorced for 3 years. I'm like, and in 3 years, nobody has told you otherwise. She's like, I haven't dated. I said, oh, come back after you started dating again, and then tell me it's still cool.
Conversation that women
Because she
need to start
said,
having.
So
but
what did
she
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 say?
was like trying to say it was her age thing. She was like, but she was like 43.
It's an age
I'm like,
thing.
ma'am, you're 43 years old. I know women that are 10, 15, 20 years your senior that do not walk around with this bush you're
They're
speaking of.
followers. She's committed to this pledge.
She is overcommitted. She is overcommitted, fam. I'm not saying you got to be bare, bald, and up, but she literally said it was braidable, okay? And that is a problem.
Why would she say that out loud?
We were having a conversation, and she didn't feel.
But why
She was
just
proud.
share
She was
that?
proud.
She didn't feel no way. She really was judging the other women because the other women were talking about like Brazilians and waxing and shit like that, and she was like, "I can't believe y'all do that." Like she was perched up on her shit. She wasn't like being attacked. She was like, "Oh, y'all is fucking assholes," and we were like, "Who?" You know what I'm saying? Who told you this was okay? Like, nah. This is not
Mary.
This is not a thing. This is not a thing.
I don't know.
Talking about you just
braidable.
moving around. Which one of y'all out here being
I don't know
disgusting?
about braidable.
Adrian, talking about you just moving
a lot.
around.
That's the nature movement, man. That's the back to Africa girls. You know the ones they got
I'm
hands in
good.
their arm and everything.
No, that's
baby
trash.
soda instead of deodorant. It is what it is.
I'm a real natural dude. I love natural. I don't want all the makeup. I don't want all the weave. I don't want the long ass nails. I don't want the long ass eyelashes. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your shit if that's your shit. Not my shit, right? But we are going to draw the line at bushes, underarm hair, wild ass leg hair. I'm not like super crazy, like you need to shave your legs every day or no shit like that. But this underarm hair movement that's cracking, that's
a movement.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that they got pictures like this, just proud and shit. Just
What's the light skinned girl name?
what's wrong with it? Nothing is wrong with it. I don't speak in terms of right or wrong. I speak in terms of preferences.
White man's
Herb
beauty
doesn't like
standards.
it.
That's what it is.
Herb doesn't like
So
it.
I come from a hairy family,
Yeah, that's cool.
right? And just on GP, like I guess I don't pay attention to
Howard says Bush gives
Early
the
on.
box extra flavor. Salim says
It's a
lock
lot
them
going
up.
on. It's a
These
lot going
people,
on.
okay?
But
A
like
lot going on.
early on,
that flavor is must.
I didn't
okay?
pay
It
attention to,
traps
like-
odors and moisture and creates a smell, and I don't like it.
beauty standards, traditional beauty standards. I can't say that I had no clue. I wasn't paying attention to what the media says it's
Sure.
supposed to be. Right?
Sure.
So we on 95th Street. That was the standard. Whoever the little girls on 95th Street was the standard. I'm talking about young.
Heard you.
So just coming from the standpoint of like I come from a hairy family. Like my sister's legs was hairy as shit, and it was never like a weird thing to me. You know what I mean? Then I think when I went to college, maybe I started paying more attention to women in regards to like conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, shave your legs, girl. And I was like, damn, I do notice y'all don't be having hair on your legs. You know, because I ain't paid you that much attention because I was extra transactional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just masturbation, sure. I really not paying you
Wow.
that much attention. It's fucked up, but it's true.
Heard
you know
you.
what I mean? So I didn't even recognize that was a different thing until like I was 19,
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. No.
I didn't know it was a movement though. But a girl broke the internet with Bush. What's her name? The ex Kanye girl.
Who?
The light skinned little
idea.
bean head girl.
She is fine. I don't know her name. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, but
is
she
fine.
did a little picture with the little cooch head, and the whole internet went crazy. So,
But it wasn't crazy though. It wasn't the
Talking
braidable
about
bush.
braids, Yeah.
well, I'm not saying. I mean, I don't think nobody's jumping. Well, I'm not
That's
saying.
what
I don't
I'm
know
saying,
what
Toussaint.
people
Listen,
like.
I'm
I don't
not.
know.
I'm not talking about you got a little something there.
Amber
It's well,
Rose.
Amber Rose. Thanks,
Amber
TT.
Rose.
Yeah.
Like it's well manicured. It's well kept. It ain't crazy. I'm not saying I'm not that extreme. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying that if we're talking bush, that we're talking afro, or we're literally talking being able to braid it, or King Salim says lock them up. Like you can put your shit in locks.
They just being funny. I would have to believe. Like,
Yeah, but a
do
lot of
black
truth
women's
is-
hair even grow like that?
A lot of truth
On
is said.
average.
A lot of truth is said
That's
in
some
jest.
white people stuff.
No, gee.
They
If
wild wildebeest.
Gee, if you don't do nothing to it, it'll just do what it's gonna do.
Not black women.
I don't think it's gonna
gonna
grow to
stop
the
at
floor or
something.
nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna stop.
But yeah, a bush for sure. For sure, G.
I don't know. Well, whatever. You know,
Yeah. I can't.
I don't care.
You don't care? Either way.
I'm married.
You know why you don't care? Because you don't even go down there.
I'm married. No, I didn't say that. I said I'm married. So I don't give a fuck what's happening outside of that.
No, I don't like the landing strip either. I mean, I'm okay with it, Howard, the landing strip. I prefer just get all of it. Just get it all up out of here. Well, it's just in the way. It's not, what we doing with it? We decorations or something? We straight. Get it out of here. I don't need like
I can
There's
still
a such
remember
thing
the
as
first time I
decorations.
I don't need you know how they like
There is a such thing as decoration.
what do they call it with the presentation?
I
Like,
done seen designs.
when they plate your food
Yeah,
and shit.
designs, bejeweled.
What do they
all
call
of
that shit? When they plate your food and decorate it with little presentation and shit.
Man, I don't know.
Little greenery and shit like that. What is that called? Somebody
Dinner.
tell me.
I don't know.
Whatever. My point is, I don't fucking need it. Okay, I do not need it. Just give me the food. I'm straight. Keep all that.
But at the same time, somebody just said, "Ooh, I think about
It
the
is-
sweat aspect." But at the same time, biologically,
It's also
right,
a defense
the
mechanism,
Defense,
though.
it's hair is a defense mechanism.
It is.
That's why all these goddamn STDs run around rapping out here because y'all ain't got no hair on the
No,
body.
that's cap.
That's true.
That's not true.
That's true.
That is not true.
That's why the
You sound
universe
like Lil
gave
Ron
you
now.
hair to protect yourself.
You sound like a Lil Ron.
Okay.
I ain't no Lil Ron's.
Garnish. Thank you, King Salim. Howard talk about bedazzle.
That's what I said. Bedazzled.
No, I'm
No
good.
such thing as being bedazzled
I'm straight on that, man.
in the area.
No, that's real though.
Yeah, we good on all that.
But that's neither here nor there, man. That was not the conversation I was trying to have today.
wasn't it? That wasn't the one you wanted.
Conversation.
That wasn't
You
it?
didn't even have the conversation, Mary. First of all,
didn't.
you know that's what you're here for, right? To say, what do you think?
Yeah, you know,
Hey,
you
what
know,
do you think?
anything. Although Mary comes on Fridays for relationship conversation, anything close to sex kind of freaks her out. She get real
It
queasy.
doesn't freak me out.
She get real queasy and like she's not, you know.
That's because Mary probably a porn star in her other life, man. That's
Low
usually
key.
how that shit play
It's
out.
always the ones like, oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
sex,
usually how that
sex,
shit
sex.
play out,
As soon as
right?
you don't see Mary, she's
Next
on
thing you know,
Booty Talk 37,
Pornhub
38,
37.
39.
Mary Q.
You know what I'm saying? Mary Q and the Oakland Raiders looking at her. Like, it just be like,
And the Oakland Raiders.
I'm sorry, Mary. Everybody knows it was the Rams.
You know. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
But that is a thing
wrong
in
with
the
y'all?
conscious community, though.
Uh-huh.
I do notice that the women be extra hairy, be extra baking soda out instead of deodorant. I always think they're interested, man.
Yeah, no.
And you know what else I think is interesting about that community?
What is that?
They
bro?
always come off kind of like above thottiness. And when you really get in there, they super thoughts.
I don't like where you are with this right now,
I'm just
Toussaint.
saying.
No, I don't like where you are with this.
We got okay.
I know you too well, and I don't like where you are with this. Okay, I do not like where you are with this. I would like you to move on, please. Thank you, sir.
I'm just saying, it happens.
Jesus Christ.
You disagree or agree?
I agree.
Mary, what do you think?
I agree. So Toussaint has this belief anyway of the whole
Yeah, what
the,
does he
the,
believe?
the,
Toussaint
whole
has a
the
belief
whole
anyway.
the whole brother sister queen king
You see how
culture.
he pushed this on me? He
Like,
just
so-
gonna push this
so-
on me. Like he
so-
ain't tell me this whole thought process was his own.
Let me hear
So-
this. Let me hear this.
So Toussaint believes that the whole brother sister king queen culture, they just like freaks by nature, right? He like, hey sister, I got this for you, freak. Yeah, brother, yeah, king, that's my brother, freak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what Toussaint comes in on this thing, and because those people kind of have this elevated sense of like
Spirituality
and humanity, and it's like, oh, I'm above like this hoism that y'all speak of, but I will fuck you and you.
I'm just free.
That's what he thinks.
Herb said
What's
all
wrong
those
with
words.
that?
I don't think anything's wrong with it.
I don't either. And that was Herb's words. I didn't say that nowhere publicly. So there's no proof. There's no proof.
Everybody-
That's my thought process.
Everybody's a freak, though. Everybody's a freak. It's just
didn't
who
say
can
that
bring
nowhere
it out of you.
Yeah,
Everybody's a freak. It's
I think
just
I
who
think
can
every
bring it out of you and who you can bring it out of.
Q like damn.
It's
That's
about that
because
alignment,
all of
baby.
them people be like coming up to Q like, hey King, hey brother, it's so good to see you.
Hey,
Hey brother,
brother.
hey, can I come to your class and can you
Blessings,
can you
sister.
teach me how to bend over and lift my leg up and do that thing you be doing?
Ashe.
I say,
Right on.
you tense, you need a massage, King.
Right on.
Sister. Being past sister Ashe.
I say, we can get much more deep spiritually with no clothes on.
Yeah.
Maybe they just more in tune with their spirit.
Absolutely, tap into the ground.
I salute it. I don't know. That was Herb's thought process, not mine. He put it on me, but I hold it.
I
Thank
think
you.
there might be something to that. I think there might be something to it.
I don't know.
This is boring.
What has your experience been, Toussaint?
I don't know. I've never dealt in that community. Grand Rising King, Grand Rising Queen.
Hey, I got a spirituality thing. It's really a video. I sent it to your Instagram. I want you to pull it up. I want to play it, G. This is about spirituality, and it is about like reincarnation. Q talking about damn. Grand Rising. Exactly. Y'all know I ain't lying. Them people be on it.
No.
Sun salutations.
What was the dude? Y'all young though. The dude that was on Different World.
Which one?
Shazia. That was his name.
It's a different world.
All the women love some
Wait, what did
Shazia.
he look like? What did he look like?
Light skin with long locks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was running through them on Different World. But he was hitting them with the good morning, beautiful, blessed queen.
Excuse me,
Ashe,
beautiful.
It's all in the
You gotta hit it
voice.
with the excuse me, beautiful.
Excuse me, beautiful. Howard is on one. Howard said, "Do you kiss after box eating?" Somebody said it's Vagina Appreciation Day. By the way, appreciate your own vagina and shave it. Hey, the Panthers used to say that that was the MO of the cultural nationalists back in the day. See?
I was looking for what you told me to look for.
King Salim gonna learn you. It's in your Instagram somewhere. Ready Rock, you out of jail. What's happening, Queen?
Ready, what up?
See
Go.
what I did there?
Me and Ready finna get some money.
Okay, cool. Cut me in or
for
cut
this
it out.
joint you told me.
That's
Look
how
for. I
that
got.
works.
I'm in here.
All right, let me see.
Ron got to connect me to the road though.
Cut me in or cut it out, bro. What's your name again?
So Mary, you avoided that whole.
It is
All these conversations. Mary, have you dealt in the spiritual what do we call that?
It's
What
the
do we
one with the
call
red
that?
background. It say 5-year-old at the top. Cut me.
What are we gonna call that community? Because the conscious community.
No, but I understand it.
Make sure you turn everything else down.
The Contras community.
I get it. I think I can vibe with it. But nah.
Tantras community.
All right, I got it up.
All right, so this video is on some spiritual shit, right? And it's not on topic with what we on for real. But I just want to play it before we hit the break. And so
Tell
we
to
talk
to
about
turn his the other stuff down.
You want me to tell him or you?
I mean, button pusher man, manager man. Come on, we
tell
here.
him or you?
Explain the video so we can get in.
So anyway, it's about spirituality and it's about the afterlife or like reincarnation, right? Coming back as like another person, right?
So a 5-year-old
white
lives
boy
his
comes
past
back
life.
after he had been. Do it say what he had been before?
A black woman.
A black woman. Okay, cool. I didn't want to ruin that for y'all if it didn't say that. Yeah, the 5-year-old white boy. They are trying to say that the 5-year-old white boy used to be a black woman in his former life, and I just want to play the video. I just want to know what y'all think. I just want to know what y'all think about it. I watched it. I got some opinions on it. I want to know what y'all think about it.
Name says praising sisters as African queens as a seduction technique. You know, Sadeem was using that back in the day. He was his go-to.
Salim wrote the book. My sister.
Hey,
my
Nefertiti.
My sister. You don't have to be out here selling yourself on the corner for $40, sweetheart. Come back, give it to me for free.
He was definitely running that script.
Salim was listen.
You got me over
Salim, man. Yeah, I got you over here.
All right, let's ride.
Stop messing with King Salim, man, before we get in trouble. Ain't no sound. I'm sure it's Lil Ron's fault.
It is, no matter what.
Luke seemed obsessed with
Thank you for
safety
fixing
in
it.
and
We
around.
appreciate you.
Oh,
Always
nice.
Lil Ron.
Who else would it
Parents will tell you kids say and do the darndest things.
We used to laugh and call him an old man.
Quirky and cute, says Erica Ruhlman, that her 2-year-old son Luke seemed obsessed with safety in and around their suburban Cincinnati home.
Very cautious about like crossing the street, anything that might be hot or dangerous or high.
And then there was that other fixation.
I think I specifically asked him, why did you name the ladybug Pam? And he said, I just think it's a nice name.
Soon, everything was Pam, with increasingly peculiar comments.
He used to say when I was a girl I had black hair, or he'd say, I used to have earrings like that when I was a girl.
The stay-at-home mom wondered, where was he getting these ideas? Luke's answer changed their lives forever.
I was like, who is Pam? You know, out of frustration. And that's when he turned to me and looked at me and said, well, I was. And I was like, what do you mean you were? And he was like, well, I used to be, but I died and I went up to heaven. I saw God. And then eventually God pushed me back down. And when I woke up, I was a baby and you named me Luke.
Now she was really confused.
She called me and said, you know, something weird is going on.
Erica's mom, Lisa Trump, remembered a book she'd read in the 70s by the late Dr. Ian Stevenson, who clinically studied past life claims.
We started to realize that perhaps we did actually have something there.
But with a terrifying twist.
So I decided to go ahead and ask him further, do you remember how you died? And he looked right at me and said, well, yeah, it was a fire. And at that point, he made like a motion with his hand, like he was jumping off of a building.
A tall building in a big city where Luke said he walked a lot and took the train.
I was like, you sure it's Chicago? He said, yes, I remember it was Chicago. It was Chicago.
Erica plugged the information into the internet.
And that's when I came across the Paxton Hotel.
The Paxton Hotel, a residential building in a predominantly African-American Chicago neighborhood.
You know, just asked him, I was very casual about it, like, Lukey, what color was Pam's skin? And he just looked right up at me like, duh, black.
In March 1993, a massive fire raced through the property, trapping most residents. 19 died, including a woman in her 30s
named Pam.
Pamela Robinson.
Pam had jumped out of a window to her death. I was really kind of weirded out by it at this point.
And it was about to get stranger.
I don't think so.
While working with the documentary show Ghost Inside My Child on the Lifetime
It
Movie
could only
Network,
been one Pam who died in the fire.
Erica and Luke's dad decided to
In
put
Chicago.
the now 5-year-old to the test.
I had found a picture of Pam, and we had put it on a sheet of paper with a bunch of fake pictures.
What's familiar mean?
I didn't really think that he was going to pick the right one.
But with the cameras rolling,
I know someone I can recognize.
But I remember when this one was taken, and he pointed to the correct one.
It's Pam.
That's Pam.
Took me a couple days to wrap my head around it. I couldn't sleep. I thought about it constantly.
they say immediately their thoughts turned to Pam's family still in Chicago. We reached out to them. They said no comment at this time. However, a family member did speak with Erica, and she says she discovered even more similarities.
I know that Pam was a big Stevie Wonder fan and
Pam,
really liked
black-
that era.
like
of
Stevie
music.
Wonder?
She played the keyboard a lot. And
It was
one
only
of the
one of
things that
those.
Luke, his favorite toy at the time was this little tiny piano that he would tote around with him.
Luke
And
liked the
just
toy that
as
made
Erica
noise.
was becoming truly connected with Pam's
So there's that.
memory,
So y'all absolutely
Luke
don't
let her
believe
go.
this.
It's like he got it all out, he was finished, and he had nothing more to say about it.
But the family continues to share their
Ran
journey
about it
with anyone
live.
who will listen, not seeking fame or fortune.
What the hell
He
is
didn't
African
receive any
American
money
health?
for the show.
That's what I've
They
been
tell
looking at
Luke's
the whole
story
time.
because they say it's a message that needs to be told.
It's a positive one. It is one of unification. It is one of love.
I think it
Don't
tells
hate
us
us. We love
that
you.
we shouldn't define the soul
We're all the
by
same.
race or gender out of the mouth of babes.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Out of the mouth of babes, we're all the
Oh,
same.
nice.
See, me personally,
will
man,
tell you.
I believe.
Turn that baby iPad.
Devin said, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
You and Pam, you understand me?
Oh boy.
I believe it.
Hey, bless your heart.
I believe that little Luke used to be Sister Pam and that he burned in the packs and fires in Chicago.
He jumped out the
to his
window.
death. That's what I believe. And I believe he came back
And I believe that you believe that.
a full fan of Stevie Wonder.
And Pam's.
I
and
have
Pam's.
a white friend that did some work and found out that she was.
I bet you he can dance better than the average white boy.
She found out that she was a black man that was,
She found out.
How did she find that out?
regression.
She was wait. What,
A
she was.
technique-
You said your wife friend?
A technique to check into your
You say your white
past
friend?
lives. Yeah.
Okay.
Regression.
Yeah, she's a
Explain
white
that one
woman
to
and
me.
she understood
She found out
that,
that she used to be a black man.
yeah,
What did she say
and
about
that
it?
she actually got hung.
She was hung.
Oh, she knew the entire experience.
So she was deep in her. She was deep
I
in
used to be I used to be a Cuban drug dealer. I got shot up.
Not was hanged at the stake.
Past
Yeah.
tense, hung.
Hanged.
I guess this is if you believe in past lives and all of that jazz.
I believe in reincarnation. I think the body's made of energy, and energy doesn't die. I don't think you go back and say, "Yeah, this was what it was."
I'm not doing this with Uncle Luke.
Yeah, I don't know. That's too much for me. And little Luke,
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a no for you. Mary, what is it for you?
no for me.
It sounds like it's a yes for you because you believe your friend, right?
I mean, that's her experience.
I believe
It
in
don't
the
have anything to do
possibility. I
with
just
me.
don't believe in the
think so.
possibility from Luke.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't believe it from this kid.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I believe
I
I
believe
believe
people
in the
have-
possibility for sure.
Yeah, I believe people have these
I believe in the
experiences.
possibility. I don't necessarily believe this particular story, but maybe though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe,
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting for a black woman to come back as a white man.
I don't know that I would want to come back as a white person, honestly.
Yeah,
How would you know?
I wouldn't know. I'm just
Right,
saying
it'd
right
be
now.
one
I don't,
experience.
Luke
I
know?
don't think I would want that.
Luke's bullshitting.
Is Luke bullshitting or is his mama just making this up to be on TV?
Hey, it was African American news, so you know that didn't go too far. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you
16
so
people saw that.
I hate you so bad right now. You get on my nerve. We're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we'll have more conversation on the other side. Mary is here with us as always on a Friday. My name is Herb. His name is 2. We'll be here till 3. This is I Say What I Said. We'll be right back.
WIFTV-PM. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing Black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
All day. Oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, check it out. See, while you was on the corner trying to scrape up pack money, I was driving 80 stack trucks off rap money. I'm back money. If you want it, come to the hundreds and ask for me. Meet them OGs that'll blast for me. I'm right here. Ill Adidas, $400 jeans on me. Itchy with no safety, a loaded magazine on me. Southside, that's as wild as it gets. And no, I never sold crack. That's some house nigga shit. I'm not judging, but every man that's a man gotta stand by his principles, and I'm not budging. That's Mickey. You can take it how you want, but you can never be me. You can fake it how you want. I spit that uncut raw. You can bake it how you want. Break it down any way you like. You get the same result. Just get in tune. The elephant in the room has now assumed pole position. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. BJ, get him. Come on.
Reporting live from the gutter where that butter get gorillas jobs. That's why we call it work. The same work who get a nigga robbed. I throw my dice against the concrete. If the bitches pass, see you later. Grab my paper, tell her they to kiss my ass. This the jungle, baby, I'm a lion. Try me, I'll be firing. The same banger saved Private Ryan. You the prey, you survive and hide. Better pray that them vultures and them rovers don't go flying by them. Them other niggas just so-so. How in the birth a nigga this hot in the cold go? I went from 20-inch assassins on that Osmo to the pretty 760 sitting low on them bozos. Those are big shoes, you motherfuckers is so slow. Get caught without your heat in these streets is a no-no. Baby need Pampers, daddy need that photo. It's bread or nothing, big old niggas, you see the logo.
Welcome back, welcome back. We are live from inside the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Toussaint Werner and Mary Q. Angel. My name is Howard. This is I Said What I Said. Thank y'all so very, very much for tuning in. Wherever you should find yourself in the world, we certainly hope that you are doing well. We are completely aware that you could literally be doing anything in the world right now. The fact that you are here with us is not something that we take lightly. We appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank y'all so much for adding y'all's input and y'all value to the conversation. It is appreciated. This is a Relationship Friday, and so we've been, eating around the fringe of some topics this afternoon. And
see that play on words, eating around the fringe.
I mean, I do what I can when I can. You feel me? That being said, I saw something that came from ROW earlier, and she was talking about this idea of a hall pass, right? In what do you call it? Full transparency, and I don't know, just to be clear about what it is. Hall pass means you are in a committed relationship, usually a marriage, long term, and you get a hall pass to go out and be with someone else, usually sexually, not necessarily, but usually sexually. And, people call it a hall pass. It's like your one opportunity to go and do whomever, right? We often hear it jokingly in the context of like celebrities, like, oh, my wife gave me a hall pass for Halle Berry or some shit like that. But it's also a thing that people practice in their normal lives too, which with like your coworker or the fucking neighbor or some shit like that. How y'all feel about hall passes? Is that like, would that be something that y'all would be open to? Like if your partner came to you, was like, "Yo, can I have a hall pass? It's this lady at work. You know, she's really, really cute. She's really, really sweet. We talk, you know, throughout the work day. Sometimes we go to lunch together. Sometimes we get there early for coffee. And, you know, it's progressing. I really want to hang out with her. Can you give me a hall pass just this once to beat the brakes off of coworker such and such?"
He's talking to you, Mary.
I think it happens silently.
What happens silently?
Hall passes.
That's cheating, Mary. What are you talking about? I'm talking about permission communication. You're talking about cheating. What do you mean it happens silently?
Just, I feel like it's one of those things that people don't necessarily say out loud, but they'll let their husband or their wife have a pass or understand that at some point.
So like, I know you
something is
fucking
gonna
the
happen.
coworker. You trying to keep it from me, but I know it. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm just gonna let it ride. That's what you mean?
Or let's just say, okay, having a talk with a friend, understanding that, oh yeah, you know, like we know that the guy is going to cheat or go out. So is that something that we're really tripping on? Maybe
So
not.
that's two different things.
though.
You talking about
So-
being accepting of you saying it's a man's nature to cheat, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. Second of all, you're saying like, okay, it's his nature to cheat. I'm just gonna let him do it. That is not the same as saying like, we had this conversation. Here's a hall pass for you to, with my permission and my blessing, go have an experience with.
In a
this
stand-up
person.
relationship, I would feel like that would be a no. At that point,
In a
I'm
stand-up
like,
relationship, this can't happen. This can only happen in a
yeah,
in an
because
unhealthy
at
relationship.
that point, it's just kind of like, all right, well, what are we doing?
We're doing the same thing we've been doing. I just really want to have sex with this other person.
All right, go have fun. I'm a pack.
And then are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. So explain to me how you can understand or how you can be okay with the cheating or accepting of the cheating. Like, oh, I know they're doing this, so I'm just doing whatever. But if he comes to you,
Because it's a big joker. I could throw this big joker on the table when everything else ain't right. I know you cheated.
I'm just holding my card.
Just hold my card.
But
You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a negotiation. It's all a transaction. So secretly, I can know you over here doing whatever. But if I openly
And I'm letting
say
it ride.
I'm with it, then I don't have the big joker no more.
I'm losing my leverage here.
I'm losing my leverage here. And in any negotiation, you want to have as much leverage as you can have.
But it's really one of those situations of what are we dealing with? Like, you don't know unless you're in that situation.
Well, that was kind of the point of the question.
It can be a yes or it can
You're
be
in
a
a
no.
situation.
It's situational. It can be a yes or it can be a no. It
That was
depends
the
on what's
situation.
going on in the relationship.
The situation is you are in a happy and healthy, long-term committed relationship, and your partner comes to you and says, I would like a hall pass to have a sexual experience with another person. Where are you coming in on that?
It depends.
On what?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I got to be in that situation. I got to know what's happening. I mean,
Nicole
I'm
McDonald
telling the
says,
truth.
but you all know that a man would never give a hall pass.
That's not true.
and that's my question. Like, okay, so well,
That's not true.
Would you give?
No, I would not. Fuck out of here. You understand me?
well,
Hurt might.
Yeah.
Two not.
That's not true.
And it's
Yeah,
all
'cause
ego.
It's a different relationship.
All ego. I'm not
At
gonna
that
lie to you.
point, It's a different relationship at that point.
What's
But
different
it's not
about
really a
it? It's
different
not.
relationship.
Nothing has changed about our
And I'm
relationship.
only gonna say it in this context, right? I could share a girl forever if we come to the table with the understanding of sharing a girl forever. I'm with it. You can have her all these days. I'll have her these days.
Okay.
Have no qualms about it. We won't never argue. I won't think about it twice.
You want me to pick up this week or you going to drop off?
I'll drop off to you. Don't mean nothing to me, homie. Don't mean nothing to me. But the minute I say this is my woman, oh no.
See?
And that's all ego. I'm not gonna lie.
And
to you. That's all ego.
I'm glad you said it exactly as you did. Once I say this is my woman, words are very, very
I
important.
ownership. I get the
I
conversation.
own this. This is my possession now.
But it ain't even about ownership of the woman. It's about ownership of my ego, right? So when I come into the partnership with homie and old girl knowingly and saying, this is what it is, my ego ain't attached to that. You for the streets. I'm with that. And I've agreed to be with you while you for the streets. That's cool. I don't care. And when I say you my girl, it ain't about the girl for me. It's about my ego, who I am. That's it. Because I'm still dealing with the other girl, i.e., Before I was in a relationship, I'm still me, but I'm not vested. The world don't know you. We dealing like this.
Right.
If I publicly present you to the world, it's attached to my Leo ego. And you be out your goddamn mouth and you gonna ruin my Leo ego.
You gonna ruin my Leo
That
ego?
ain't happening.
Let go of my ego.
Take it how you want, but it's just the reality.
I heard you. I appreciate your honesty and your candor, sir. Jack, Mary, would you like to offer some honesty and candor?
It depends. It depends. I just think that it changes the relationship, honestly.
Hey, really, can you turn the arrow on when you leave out here, man? It's ridiculous in this place. Thank you, sir. Okay, cool. It depends. Heard you.
Yeah.
For me, if I'm in a healthy, happy,
Yeah, it's just a different
committed, long-term relationship. First of all, this is a super hypothetical for me because I wouldn't be in this situation, right? To be talking about this one hall pass thing, right? I believe in a whole different construct in general. So just this once, can I no, this is gonna happen again in 3 months. Like, what are you talking about? But hypothetically speaking, I would be like, go ahead. If that's what you want to do, I'm not finna be like, you can't do that.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If a woman ever asks me that, I'm gonna be like, go ahead too, because you've already written your contract out this conversation.
Right, but no,
go ahead.
No,
keep going.
But not like keep going and we still on point.
I'm gonna be cordial.
We
I'm
done.
gonna be nice.
But you're done though. You've checked out though, right?
That's saying the same thing that I said earlier. It's like go and then it's a wrap.
Cool. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's a wrap. So it's just kind of like. Yeah.
Okay, so
it changes the dynamics of the relationship altogether.
Okay, so both of y'all done.
At that point, you're in an open relationship.
I disagree that it changes anything specifically about the relationship. I disagree that we are now in some like open relationship or anything like that. But I appreciate the fact that you like, nah, I ain't in that no more. I'm not with that at all. I'm not finna deal with that. That's all I wanted to know.
It's context though. Again, like I said, I'm not confused about it. This is all attached to my ego. Because I'm a man and I've been a man all my life. And I know we were sharing this girl. I've had several situations where we shared this girl. I'm going to come back and talk to the homie like, listen, you got to.
Hey, you better come get your girl. She get in my motherfucking
Hey, you got to try this. She going. I'm telling you. Just do this.
No, you're not going to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to do that.
No, I've done it.
Because deep down, you still want to be hitting it the best.
Nah, I don't give a shit about that. That was my ego wasn't attached to that at that point. Never. We can call Lil C's right now. No, I'm telling you, we've had these conversations. Straight up. That's not real for me.
Okay.
But that's off the jump, off the inception. We've had this understanding from the gate.
But if you're a woman, a person that you've been with for years,
long-term
say,
committed
hey,
relationship.
I need a hall pass.
Yeah. In this hypothetical situation, I would be okay with it.
And she can come back home.
At this point in my life, I wouldn't.
We'd have to have some rules attached to it for my ego to work, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a conversation.
So you would say yes with some rules?
Yeah, go to Jamaica. If we in Jamaica, we have to. Nobody know me. Do your thing.
Okay, so it's all.
It can't
based
be
on
with the
not-
coworker.
It can't be where my name gets mentioned.
Okay,
ever.
so that's fair.
Because it ain't even attached to the act for me. It ain't. It's attached to my ego. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the Eddie Murphy joke when he talk about his girl. Like, I think I'm gonna go to the island with my girlfriends alone for the weekend. Not just me and my girls.
Go to the island and do your thing.
What's a pretty girl like you doing here on the island alone? If you were my girl, I make love to you constantly.
So are you good with your lady saying I need to go away for 2 weeks, just have 2 weeks to myself, and she turns off her phone and everything?
Do I get a 2 week? See y'all young. Do
long
I get my own 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Do I get my own 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Shit, be gone.
So you're okay with your lady going out for 2 weeks and not
what?
don't pick up the phone, don't
And
want to
what?
talk to you, just chilling, doing whatever she want to do.
So if she comes to me and she's like,
You don't know what she's doing.
As long as I know you're not dead,
No.
have fun.
Okay.
No, I'm not cool with that.
You're not cool with that?
I'm not cool with
So you cool with your lady presenting you with a hall pass and saying, let me do this, but you're not cool with not knowing what she's doing if she needs 2 weeks away?
Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
Why?
Because there's an emotional attachment here, and that kind of severance is just too uncomfortable for me. I don't know if you're okay. I don't know what's going on with you. You can say I'm going here or I'm going there, and I don't want to be disturbed. I kind of want to be some time alone. I'll be here. I'll be there. I may do this. I may do that. I may do this. I may do that. I may check in with you one day next week or something. If that's what you need, cool. We can talk about that. Go ahead and do it. But this idea of like
None of your business.
It ain't my business. You are my business. And if you don't want to be my business, cool, right? You are my business. We are partners here. And so if you, as my partner, I'm not controlling you. You can go do this, that, and the third with your own part of the business. But this idea that you don't have to tell me that, bullshit. We're going to buy you out this business right now. We are no longer partners.
So is that a trust thing?
It is a transparency to a partnership. I'm not restricting you from doing what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But if you think that as your partner, I shouldn't even know, you're out your motherfucking mind.
So if it was, hey, I'm going to Jamaica for 2 weeks. I'll see you when I get back.
I just said I'm open to almost anything that you want to do. Right?
You can email me. Have a good time.
Two just hoping the motherfucker leave. Let me help you pack. Yeah, put this in there, take one of those. And, you know, you need some cash. Yeah, take this.
Get your Swiss Army knife.
Cash me out real quick.
Taxi! Hurry up! Nah, I'm just saying, like, as partners, this idea of I don't need to know, that's bullshit. Then we're not partners no more. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And that's just a partner. Me and two are partners. I don't control what he wants to do with this business and this partnership. But if he like, I'm finna do whatever the fuck I want to do with this I Say What I Said brand. Not only am I gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, it ain't even none of your motherfucking business. Okay, fam, heard you. Don't know why you behaving that way, but we no longer partners. Okay, like we're not doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna tell him what to do. We could talk about it. Cool. Bust your move, fam. Whatever. We still got the same interest in mind here, right? We still trying to move towards the same place. And as partners, I believe that in a relationship, we still trying to move toward the same place. Even if you want to do this thing, do that thing. Do that shit.
So I'm gonna hang out with Bobby for 2 weeks in Jamaica.
Heard you. You keep. I know you keep trying to find a scenario that I'm gonna be like, hell, fucking no.
And that's still not okay.
I'm telling you,
that's my hall pass.
I'm telling.
Okay.
I'm telling you that it is okay.
Okay.
I know you're trying to find something that I'm gonna be like, no, like I'm gonna contradict myself. This is genuinely what I believe. I don't just be saying shit because it's provocative. I think it's very, very hard for people to be with one person for a lifetime. I think that is extremely difficult and even more rare, right? And so, you know, if your partner is open and communicating and, hey, I have this need, I have this desire, I have this want, can I, you know what I'm saying? Still very much in love, still very much committed, still very much providing everything I've always provided. I'm not finna be like, nah, my ego said no. Like my brain can't find a real problem with this. Like intellectually, I can't find something wrong with this. You aren't disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna set parameters up, protection, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not putting me in harm's way. I'm not being harmed here. My ego is bruised. And if I can't check my ego for the sake of a healthy relationship, then what the fuck am I doing in the relationship? Now, if you want to do that shit behind my back, that's a whole nother problem that I'm just not here for. So, nah, kick rocks with that piece. But other than that, it's very few things that I would just, you come to me open and honest, and I'm like, yeah, nah, you can do that for sure, but I ain't with it. This a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me. What about you?
I already said that.
Try to come back around on you, see if you was gonna be honest this time.
I'm honest every time.
But you didn't really say though. You said you'd be okay with the cheating.
I said it's situational. No, it's just situational. I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, okay.
Could be not.
What was the other topics you had, Mary? Let's go. Keep it moving. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it.
Push it.
Come on.
Push it. Is it how much? What is the value in having your friends and or your family be okay with the mate that you have chosen?
Minimal.
Does it matter? How much does it matter?
Minimal.
Maximum.
Okay. Why and why?
Minimal because it ain't their relationship, right? And so both sides have to be respectful, right? Mm-hmm. First and foremost, the woman that I'm bringing around my family, right? This been my family forever. They got jurisdiction here, right? They got, you know what I'm saying, seniority here. So you got to come in respectful. but I'm also going to require that of them. I'm not going to let them just be wild, disrespectful, right? And they can come to me after the first time, or they can come to me after a year and be like, 2 years. Like, yo, bro, cuz, nephew, son, I don't like her. Like, I don't like her for this reason, that reason, this reason. I know these are people who love me. I'm going to hear you out, right? I'm going to figure out where you're coming from on these things, evaluate these things. But if after my evaluation, I'm still like, nah, I'm still good with being in this relationship with this person, then we push forward. So that's what I mean when I say minimal. I'm not going to let your opinion override, right? Not that I'm not hearing you, not that I don't take your opinion into account, but it's not going to override what I think or what I feel about this relationship. I'm going to hear you, and you might open my eyes to something. Because again, I know you're coming from a space of love. So I'm going to hear you, and you might open my eyes, and I'll be like, oh, damn, you're right, I was blind to that. Let me move different. But if I hear you, evaluate it for myself, and still choose to move forward, I'm moving forward whether you is cool with it or not. And so that's what I mean when I say minimally, not like to disregard, but to say that you're not going to override what I'm feeling.
Okay, two.
I want to hear your answer before I answer, though.
She ain't got no answer.
That's why I said that. Go ahead. With your situational answer. I want to hear your answer.
I take it into consideration. I definitely feel like if I have the majority of my family members that don't rock with you, I'm going to let you go. It's important to me.
Mm-hmm. So I said maximum because I used to say minimum just like Herb. Mm-hmm. Then I got married, and that ain't real. Minimum's a falsehood to me, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't control human behavior. Right, you can say I want that respect, just respect each other, and the shit goes that. But if people don't like each other, you can't control what energy is gonna come from that. And I've been in the middle of that. You know what I mean? And I love both parties. You know what I mean? So, essentially, because you all aren't adult enough or mature enough to get past your bullshit, now I'm stuck in between a situation that I can't make a decision upon. You know what I mean? Now, socially, I have a responsibility to make certain kind of decisions, which would essentially put me in a bad position with the other party that I love too. You know what I mean? It's all bad, G. The last year of my mama's life, I didn't speak to my mom because of an issue with my mom and my wife. The last time I saw my mom was 2 days. I didn't even see my mama. My mother passed away 2 days after my birthday. Only reason I know that is because randomly, my mom was supposed to pick my daughter up from school, but I hadn't seen my mom in a year. That's ridiculous. And now when I look back on that, I'm like, how immature was that shit? Because it wasn't even my issue. Yeah. But it was such a big issue, I had to separate myself from the two parties, but I can't separate myself from my wife and my child.
Right.
That shit is simple and stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just to make it easier, you know what I mean? If I had to do it over again, it'd have been like, damn, I wish y'all could get through this silly shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So hindsight, you say maximum, but in the moment,
I was
minimal.
like, man, get out of here. And me and my mama relationship wasn't great in the first place, so you not liking her,
right?
Whatever,
right?
You know what I mean?
But cut the family tie.
But in the midst of now, that hindsight is 2020. Looking back, I'm like, man, how fucking goofy was that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. I agree. I'm not severing either tie, right? Like y'all gotta make.
But
this
you
fucking
saying
work.
that from a privileged position. You ain't in the midst of what's going on between that energy. You know what I mean?
But I have been in the position though before. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying though, it's always levels, and you can't control human behavior. So if I want to maintain peace in my own house, I had to make certain decisions. Right? And all you heard was that there was a conflict. You don't know the extent of the conflict.
Sure.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't control human behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
No, I feel you on that. On each given situation, it is what it is. I'm just saying like I'm a keep talking to both sides, and when we're around, y'all got like it's got to be a certain level of respect. We not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? We just not finna do that. And I get it. I know how some of those things can go. I know what it can be like. I know how strong each side can feel about the other side. But at the end of the day, either you my partner and you my people, or not. Like what we doing? You know what I'm saying? And if I'm still trying to push forward on both ends, then we pushing forward. At least that's how I would like it to go. I don't know.
What are y'all takes on blended families?
Meaning white people, or what?
No, she mean like you got kids. This person got kids. Y'all get together and bring the whole family together.
Salute it.
I think I don't know. I have zero experience with it. I imagine it could be challenging. Especially I think the older the children are, I think the more challenging it could be. You know what I mean? I think if it's little children or something, you can kind of explain it to them, and they may like grow up together and kind of in that same space where this is mom, this is dad type thing. But if you talk about older kids where they literally have a mom or dad, another person like that has been in their lives, when they're older, and you're like, oh no, this is your step brother, step sister, like nah, we like 17, like I'll bone her. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
I'm for real, G. Like,
so if you had children and they didn't like the mate of your choice, would you take that into consideration?
Yeah, I think you should.
How important is that?
Critical. I think that is critical. Your children don't really have an option to not fuck with you. You don't really have the option to not fuck with them unless you just a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you talking about cousins, siblings, or something like that, it's like, nah, like you got an option to not fuck with me, and I have an option to not fuck with you. But this kid, I brought this kid into the world. You know what I'm saying? This is my main priority.
So if all three of your kids said, I don't like her.
Yeah, if one of them,
would you get rid of her?
If one of them was like, nah, I just can't be like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's find out why. Because let me be clear too. Kids can be pieces of shit. I'm not gonna be manipulated by my child either, right? You know what I'm saying? Like kids can just be pieces of shit, spoiled brats, whatever. I want my way. This is my dad. I don't like her. Type of goofy shit. And then we ain't going for that per se. But if it's some real shit there, then yeah, we just can't have that. It just ain't gonna work out. And we could probably date outside. It ain't gonna. It can only go so far. You know what I'm saying? So this fucking guy,
man. If this family shit don't work, you can just give me to the game anyway. Ain't no other. It ain't gonna matter. Like no woman will ever be important. I'm not being an asshole. I'm serious.
Heard you.
Right? Like in my mind, the value of that kind of a commitment is family. I got that already. So now we just chilling. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna really know my children. You know what I mean? And I think I'm gonna stand on that. I think I've had enough experience to say, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the way my mind is set up and the way my value set is set up, I've achieved the family portion of this.
Yeah.
There's no
we ain't looking for nothing else.
Yeah, there's no long-term concept no more.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The older the kids are, the more complicated it becomes in terms of like trying to blend that thing. Like his kids damn near grown. What the fuck? We don't need to blend shit. All right? Me and you just together and that's it. I got some kids. You might see them sometime here or there passing, but
yeah, they got keys, you know.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't that.
I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
What about you though? You didn't answer the question. See how she do that shit.
Right. She think this is a fucking interview.
I know, right?
I'm just learning.
21 questions in it.
I'm learning. I think it's important to listen.
Okay. What do you think?
So, yes, I would take my family into consideration when it comes to kids. I would definitely take that into consideration.
And if your children didn't like your partner?
I have to take that into consideration. It's a high consideration. Now, if it's BS, if it is, no, I said.
Of course, you take everything into consideration.
I do.
You take getting out of the bed in the morning into consideration. Like, am I about to get up? Yeah, I am about to get up. It don't like they ain't said shit.
If it's a situation where it's going to cause my kids trauma, it's going to mess them up. It depends on what's going on. Then yes, I will kick somebody to the rocks. I'll kick them away.
How you feel about like as being like a stepmom?
That's skipping the step though.
I like the idea of being a stepmom. Okay. I think I almost prefer it
because it's not really a commitment. You can say, "Hey, we good today, but that's I can leave.
We can share children." Yeah, I like the idea of being a stepmom actually.
Because it's like commitment, right? I mean, we could be honest here. This is an open space.
As I said what I said, it is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest.
It just doesn't bother me. It's not about a lack of commitment. You still got to be a mother. You still got to show up. It just doesn't bother me.
So why do you prefer it over like maternal motherhood? Like you said, I prefer it. So I want to know what the difference is.
I just think right now I prefer it because
I heard you say that. I'm asking you why.
I do not have children right now, and I don't know if I want to push out any children. So I almost would just prefer that you come with kids.
Okay, just so you don't have to go through labor.
Yeah. I don't know if
You don't
want
wanna
to
be pregnant and go through labor.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that interested at this point.
Heard you. But what if the kid was 1 day old? You meet this nigga. You meet this nigga in the hospital, in the delivery room, and his wife expire on the table. And then he like, hey, and y'all look each other in the eyes, and he has nice facial features, and like, oh shit.
His facial features.
And the 1-year-old looking at you like, mama. And then now what? We going from there? We cool with that?
If we're good, then yeah, sure, I'm down.
All right, cool. From
Down
one.
with the 1
From
day.
1 day old.
I'm down with it.
Dig it. Heard you.
I am.
Cool. What's next? I'm a harsh critic of parenting. That is something I've realized, in the past, year and a half or so, since I've been separated. It's like I don't know. Like if I judge your parenting and I'm like I don't find it to be very favorable, I can't really rock with you like that.
Then don't have no children, because all them judgments is gonna come back to hunt your goof ass.
What you mean?
They're gonna show up in the child that you have.
Well, then that child gonna show up in ER. I'm talking about like
it sound good.
I'm talking about like I'm hanging out with you, and you know what I'm saying. You like, hey, can you come over? Because my kid's still up. Cool, I'll come over. You know what I'm saying? That we chilling, hanging out. It's like, and I watch.
Can you come over because my kid is still
as
up?
opposed to me coming over there?
Oh, okay. I was confused.
And then I watch you tell this the kid is like not really under control. I watch you tell this kid to go to bed like 15 times, and the kid's like, you ain't said shit. I judge that. I just do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't have no children, because the universe is gonna give you that, and you realize these little fuckers are humans too, and they have their own mind.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I just can't. At the age of the child that I'm referring to, I can't imagine my mama telling me to do some shit 8, 10, 15 times. I don't give a fuck what it was. She give me like jump off this motherfucking roof. She ain't gonna have to tell me 10 times to do it. One of these times, I'm jumping off the motherfucking roof.
Okay.
There isn't a book for parenting though, and you don't know what kind of kids you're gonna get.
Didn't say it was no book.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Heard
It's like a Rubik's cube. You gotta figure them out.
So y'all saying it's like just a shake up box, and you pull one out, and this kid might go to bed when you say so, and this kid might be like, "Fuck you."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Bella lives in this room. Eric lives in this room. They're right next door to each other. They're different people.
I understand they're different people, but I'm talking about listening to what your parent just told you
They're
to do.
different people.
So one of them will sit right next to you, like, get up and get on bed, and then one of them will sit right there, and the other one will go to bed.
Eric is 15.
And then you just going to let the other one sit right there?
Eric is 15.
The other one's going to the hospital.
Listen to me. Eric is 15. And you know I don't spare the ride.
Right.
How many times you think Eric got his ass whooped?
A lot.
How many times you think he listens now?
Seldom.
So what are we saying here?
What I'm saying is, right, I'm talking about a different kind of not listening, right?
He's a different kind of child. Sometimes I sit there and say, how did this happen?
No.
He's your lesson.
You talking about
my lesson.
You talking about not listening, like, hey,
my father used to
keep
say
your
this to
room
me,
clean.
man.
Hey, do better in school.
Listen,
hey, don't go to that park. And they still end up going over there. I'm talking about in your face. Get up and go to that space. And the kid like,
oh, fam, you don't understand. So this is what my father used to tell me. He said, the sins of the father return upon the son.
I do not believe that. I'm not with you. I'm not the saying. I don't believe that you got a kid that sit on the couch with you and you like get up off this couch and go to your room and that kid just sits on the couch. I don't believe that.
Return upon the son. Let me tell you something. I was an asshole as a child. Right?
Y'all wild. Y'all different kind of kids. I can't imagine this shit.
No, I was an asshole. Had all kind of opportunities in life, and I was like, fuck that, I want to be this kind of guy.
I always live life on the edge. I'm always pushing and doing shit I probably wasn't supposed to be doing, but right in my mama's face, she like, get up, go over there. I'm going to be like.
I could recognize that I was an asshole.
I was an angel.
When I look at my child today, I say, he's me times 12. The sins of the father. You going to learn this lesson. This is how relationship are mirrors. My son is a mirrored relationship of my behaviors. My relationship was probably a mirrored relationship of my father. So on one hand, I say, maybe there's some benefits to him being this kind of asshole. Maybe he's going to be a leader.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's kind of what we breed.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But in the midst of raising this leader, it's troublesome. It's troublesome. Because you're going to have conflicts. It's just when you are a leader, you're not apt to say, yeah, what you talking about? So there's conflict consistently, whether it be go to bed at 5 or go your ass to school at 15. It's just conflict.
So what is he teaching humility? Is he teaching?
He's teaching me
patience.
He's teaching.
But you understand? You
He's
taught
teaching
him
me
that. You taught
boxing.
him that.
'Cause I'm. He teaching me boxing. This motherfucker.
I didn't put hands on him.
I know.
That ain't it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That ain't it. And sooner or later, I ain't gonna be able to put hands on him.
Bro, you gonna be fucking you up. That's enough, Dad.
I had enough of this shit.
That's enough. Don't hit me no more. What?
Yeah, I gotta show up what this gun do.
Hey, some dude was telling me, I think it was like yesterday. He was talking about the last whooping he ever got. He was like, the last time I ever got a whooping, right? We having this conversation a little bit about, hitting kids or not hitting kids or whatever. He was like, man, the last time I got a whooping, last time my father gave me a whooping, he was like, I'll never forget it. And he was like, I came home from college. And I was like, wait, what happened? I came home from college. And I'm like, you came home from college? And your daddy gave you a whooping, fam? He was like, man, and he was like, he realized it wasn't hurt. So I walked away. He threw the belt buckle at me and it hit me in the back and right in my spine. It hurt. And I turned around. I said, look, don't ever throw no belt buckle at me again. He's like, my dad ain't never hit me again. I'm like, because you was a grown ass man. You don't whoop grown ass man. He could have been like, hey, get the fuck out.
Yeah, then it's different.
Or just square up or something.
But as the father, you would hope that you've garnered enough respect from that son that you ain't got to take it there.
Exactly. Exactly.
On a
You know
belt
what I mean?
buckle.
I remember the last altercation me and my father got into it. I was
Yeah,
a
he thought
grown
you was gonna
man.
hit him with a brick.
No,
No, he was
picked
right,
up a
right,
brick.
right.
And I
He
was
picked
like,
up a brick.
No, he did. And I was like, "Fuck is you
Because
doing?"
he knew that physically he was beyond the point of whooping two
yeah,
ass.
I'm beyond that.
So now I got to pick up a brick and bust you upside your head like you a nigga on the street.
But outside of that, and I've seen it go both ways though, right? I got cousins who
square with they pick, with they
some
pick.
different shit
Yeah.
going on in that house. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Wow.
But with my father and the level of respect I have for him when he picked up the brick, I was more hurt that he thought I would ever put my hands on him. Like, this ain't that old man.
Right.
I ain't gonna let you whoop my ass, but I ain't gonna never put my hands on you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, I've seen it go the other way too. You know what I mean? So you just
Motherfuckers
the
be crazy.
goal is to hope you earned enough respect to where that ain't gonna how it's gonna play out. Because you go as the father, you gonna lose. It just after a amount of time, that young boy is gonna be.
It just is what it is.
It just is what it is.
If he 25 and you 65,
It's over.
unless you a very rare specimen, he's at his physical peak and you are well beyond yours.
You're on the decline.
Right.
I.e. Marvin Gaye and his daddy, right? That's why you got to shoot that motherfucker. It's going the
you
other
gotta
way.
shoot that motherfucker.
Right.
I'm not being funny. It's going the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And depending on what kind of relationship y'all got, and I said Marvin Gaye specifically
How
because they had
toxic
that
is this,
tumultuous
right.
relationship. At this point, we not fighting, fam.
Yeah, it's there now.
It's there
We
now.
to that level now.
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I got to shoot you because otherwise I'm taking an L. A bad L too. If it's I've been pinning it. This shit been pinned up for 20-something years.
Okay, I've been waiting to beat your ass.
It's gonna go
I'm beating
bad.
your ass about shit that happened when I was 11 years old. I'm fucking
It's
you up.
gonna go bad.
I done blacked out in here.
Yeah, it's gonna go bad.
You might die, for real.
Yeah, it's gonna go bad.
What else, Mary?
So it can't be all discipline and punishment. It got to be love and elevation as well.
Fact, no, for sure, it got to be that. I would rather not do that. I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine my shorty right in my face, hearing what I'm saying and not responding to it. I cannot imagine that.
But I think
Again, I don't have kids. I defer to y'all on this shit.
I think
I'm sure
it's
it happens to everyone.
But I think it's
At one
necessary
point.
for a boy, personally.
In
Necessary for a
your
boy
face,
to-
I'm telling you to do something. You just not responding to me.
Man, let me tell you something.
I
got
don't
a
know
video
about that, G.
of
I don't got that.
my son
I'm
and my
fucking
daughter.
you up
I
in
got videos of my son and my daughter taking their first steps. Right? When my son took his first step, within 7 seconds, he was running. Like wild as hell, falling over the place, crashing, busting his head, all kind of crazy shit. Out of control. But the minute he realized he could stand up, I'm out of here. Pew! I'm testing the limits. Right? The minute my daughter was old enough to take her first steps, everything was delicate. It was all taking her time and figuring out this new experience. Right? And in a lot of ways, that's the difference between boys and girls. Boys gonna jump out the motherfucking window. Even as a kid, man, we going for a walk, Eric got to be 2 blocks ahead of my ass. Right? I'm independent. I don't need you. And at a level, that's healthy. That's the very nature of man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And on the back end of that, the delicateness to taking my time and fully figuring this out, paying attention to the nuances, that's the very nature of woman. You understand me? Detailed oriented.
Right.
It's the very nature.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in that jumping out the window, aggressive, figuring this shit out for myself, you crash a lot. And as a parent, specifically as a boy parent, and in the environment and the climate we in,
Right.
I can't afford for you to crash so much. So I got to get you to get disciplined.
True.
in some way. Because if you start crashing out here in these streets, the responses is different
It's
from
gonna
the
be final,
responses
G.
in these houses.
Like some of these mistakes can be fatal or final.
They're gonna be fatal, right?
You know
They
what I'm
can
saying?
be.
Very true,
But
very
in the
true.
same vein, too, though, if you ever find yourself in the jungle, you got to learn how to operate with the predators.
Indeed.
And sometimes it's better for me to teach you. Ain't no sometimes. It's always going to be better for me to teach you
Indeed.
that than for you to have to learn it in the street.
Indeed.
Yeah, because it's gonna be in love.
That's what I say all the time about other species of animals. Of like every other species is immediately preparing their offspring for the environment they just inherited. You get these fucking lions and shit, these cubs, immediately they getting these cubs ready. Before like okay, you gotta stay around here for a little while. This our tree, that's our little watering hole right there. This your little area. You gotta stay around here. But while you around here, you better believe I'm teaching you how to motherfucking stalk shit. You better believe you fighting your motherfucking brothers. And I'm with all that. Y'all better go over there and fight, because soon and very soon we're gonna be out here with motherfuckers that is trying to kill you every day. Every fucking day they trying to kill you. Like, and you're gonna wake up every day and either you're gonna kill that thing or that thing gonna kill you, and there ain't no fucking in between. And, you know, metaphorically speaking, our existence ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I don't really have time for you to be a fucking knucklehead fuck up. Like, cause one of these days you're gonna be a knucklehead fuck up and I'm gonna get a call and then your ass gonna do 40 years in prison. And you ain't gonna believe that shit happened to you on one day.
You gonna get a call and you ain't gonna see him again.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
So
This is gonna
the
be
odds
fatal
is
or
the
final.
odds. Yeah, the odds is the odds. So, you know, I'm not with that. Sparing the rod. I'm not with none of that. And I think it's necessary.
Yeah,
I think some of it is necessary.
I'm on that. I don't really have time. I don't really have time for you to learn that this way.
You okay?
Some just flew on that nigga. I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, man.
He is. You are acting so light skinned right now.
Call it what you want.
Oh my God, your light skin is coming out.
Whatever.
Hey, Mary.
Saw them reflexes though, right?
Right up.
If you ever
Right across.
want to get under two skin, just call it light. All right, just get on the fact that he's light skinned.
All right,
All right.
got you.
Anything else he can either ignore or respond to in some other way.
I can ignore that.
That light skin shit, I can get him ready to fight in the next 4 minutes.
Okay.
You want to see?
Nah.
I'm playing.
Saw them reflexes though, right?
That was decent.
I still knock a nigga out.
I still knock. Not Eric.
No, he still. Yeah. He got a long way to go.
Oh shit. What else, Mary?
What else?
You
I
had
don't
all
know.
these topics lined up. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't have all these topics lined up. You guys spoke a lot about sex and stuff, or you like to speak about sex. What about celibacy?
That's your realm. You walk us through that. I don't know shit about that. I don't know shit about that, fam. I go 4-5 days. I feel real heavy in my saddle region.
A little dusty over there.
Right.
Do
look.
you?
Mississippi Dusty. That's your new name, Mississippi Dusty.
Cobwebs and shit.
Don't do that.
Mississippi Dusty.
Whatever.
So you tell us about that. I don't know.
I'm just saying. Do you guys think that it's valued in this day and age?
How valued for
I
what?
think it's valuable, period.
Right. What is it value? What is its value? I mean, to the individual, I'm saying maybe there's value. I'm saying
I ain't even
value
saying
by
that.
who?
I ain't even saying it's valuable to the individual.
I'm saying it may be valuable to the individual.
I ain't saying that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying they suckers.
People that practice celibacy? Why you say they're suckers?
They've bought into the mythical Sky Daddy lies. Get out of here with that bullshit. Ain't no purity in that.
Okay.
Get you some, Mary.
I'm not celibate. Like, I just, ain't nobody. What is this face?
What we're not gonna do is sit up here and lie to this
I'm
Israel's
not
family.
lying.
Okay? When was the last time you were sexually active?
It was a while ago.
Was it?
Look, let me tell you something.
What-
Let me explain something to you. If ain't nobody that made me come up out of my clothes, then I ain't worried about it.
And I didn't tell you should be
But
worried.
I'm just saying, like,
When you say ain't nobody made me come out of my clothes, you
'Cause
got to
it's-
count yourself in that ain't nobody.
Right.
You're part of that conversation. You know what I mean? It ain't the charge of someone else to make you sexual as a human being.
Mary
You know what I
bathed in
mean?
a swimsuit. Go ahead.
oh, I'm finished talking.
Now, what about celibacy? Where's the value in it?
No, I was just.
I'm asking you, Mary. What is the value?
Well,
in
I don't
celibacy?
know if there's a value in celibacy other than to learn yourself. Like instead of jumping from one relationship to the next relationship the next relationship.
See, I think that's that bullshit right there. Though.
Okay, all right.
Right, because it's always like these two extremes. Like either I got to be
I'm celibate or I'm a hoe.
I got to be a hoe. You know what I mean?
Either I'm
about, it's not about being a hoe, and it's not about practicing celibacy. I mean, I'm just saying there's time that can be taken. And I think that there's value in that. It's not about calling one extreme the hoe extreme as opposed to the next.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, and this is something
Get a rose.
I'm saying that I feel like
ROW said get a rose and keep the dust off.
Oh, okay, all of that. So I mean, all of that. But I do think that there's.
Remember, you used to blow in the Nintendo cartridge.
But I do think that a lot of women fall under the pressure of having sex just to have sex.
Agree. I think everybody falls under pressure of having sex just to have
and
sex.
I'm just not one of those women, and that's cool.
All right, cool. I'm not trying to get in your personal business per se, more so than
Yeah,
expanding the value
it's not
of
a personal
I also
business.
think a lot of women fall under the pressure of not being socially judged, and they fall into the celibacy
They do.
act, right?
They do.
And I think that's
I agree
a
with
lot
that.
more common than we actually give credence to. I think a large majority of the black adult
Mm-hmm.
woman population is running around here with dust box.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think once you get past like, I don't know, a certain age where it's okay to be, thotty out here, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it.
But you say that it's okay to be thoughty.
collection, Adrian.
You know what I mean?
saying
Like
is-
you're using,
and I'm using
you're
the language.
doing the very
You're right.
thing
I'm
that
doing
you
the very
say
thing,
is.
but thotty in the sense of dudes is thotty too. It is what it is, right? The social dynamic ain't the same, right? In my 20s, there's this expectation of doing what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I think after that phase of that expectation plays out, and we know that relationships don't really work out in our community because they're transactional, and we don't fit the narratives for the transactions to be successful. That's the reality, right? And because of that, and not wanting to be attached to this social standard, I don't want to just guess. But I think if there was a real honest depiction of what's really happening out here for black women specific, I think them numbers high as hell for women who just ain't getting no action. High as hell. And I think it shows in the anger. I think it shows in the disdain. I think it shows in the disconnect. I think it shows.
Yeah, for at least an hour right after I come, maybe 2 hours. No,
So wait.
nobody's getting punched or cursed out. Everybody's cool with me for at least a couple hours.
So
Somebody, brother, bumped right up in me in the street. My fault. I was in your way. Sorry, you're right.
So you're saying the reason why black women are angry and
Candace called them bitter betties.
Bitter Betties is
And I didn't
because
say
they're
the
not-
reason why black. Stop putting words in my mouth, man.
I'm
I'm saying
go
that
ahead.
there
This
is
a
a
conversation.
reflection of that energy, because that does create an energy.
Mm-hmm.
You've closed yourself off from what we, at least me and you, agreed
But
with
you
last
can-
week was the most intimate experience you could have on
Oh
this
yeah.
planet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? You've
Oh, yeah.
closed yourself off from that shit for years, because that's common out here. Them conversations is so common, and it be blowing my mind that those
Where
conversations
women close themselves
are
off for
that
years.
common.
But it's like the reason. Right?
What's the reason?
There's all sorts of
Because you
reasons.
feel
you name some?
Because
It
you
ain't
feel
no
shorted.
It ain't you say what?
Because
Name
you
some?
feel shorted.
So you're saying that the reason is because the woman is going to be judged for.
No, I'm not saying the reason for nothing. I'm
What
saying it's
reasons
happening.
are you giving for being?
I'm just saying, like,
Abstinent.
I mean, I'm not abstinent. I do what I want.
Take the label out of
But
it.
You could put
Take the
Jesus as a reason.
But this is-
you could put I don't want to be judged as a reason. Whatever you
And
could
you're
put I'm
saying that
ugly
none
and
of
I don't
those-
get no action as a I don't know. I don't know. But my point is it's way more common than we give credit to. I'd say like 20-30% of these women out here just
Adrian
kind
said,
of
"I close myself off and I'm good."
Janessa says, as a woman, I'm saying that there is a correlation between no sex and angry women.
Yeah, I agree. And then you have very.
Nicole says, "I agree." She said, I've cursed out folks for breathing when I haven't got my back blown out. Yes, bitter as ever.
And then you can also be extremely happy, and it's just. I'm just asking y'all what y'all feel about it. That's all.
I don't have any experience with it to have any real feelings of it. I really need to learn about it. And so, because I know how, particular you are with your experiences, I figured you might have some insight to offer on this topic.
Okay.
Cool.
That's some punk shit.
Jesus Christ,
That's
Mary.
some punk shit. But yeah.
What's some punk shit?
You not saying shit.
I'm saying I don't have no problems. I do what I want.
So that's you. So we're talking in generality.
So in generalities, I do think that it's very, very, very sad if women feel like they can't express themselves because they're going to be judged. I do think that there is a space for women and men to calm down and get to know themselves before being foggy for all the dick
What's
and
that
the pussy.
space? How much time is that?
Whatever they need.
So what I'm saying
Whatever is needed.
All right, I could appreciate that.
For one person,
but
it
that's
can
why
be 2
I said
months,
that
2
those,
days,
those
3
extremities,
years.
though, when you was like whole or celibate,
I
right?
didn't say hoe or celibate.
When the conversation started, you was like, I don't want to be out here jumping from this relationship
I
to
said
this
from this
relationship,
relationship, from this. I didn't call that a hoe.
I didn't say you did, but it was implying jumping bed to bed to bed to bed. Am I wrong?
Relationship
Herb,
to
that's what I got.
relationship to relationship. It ain't even got to be about jumping bed to bed to
But
bed.
the reason I even put a pause on the conversation is
It's
I said,
interacting with another energy
Well,
and
that's what I'm
constantly
saying.
interacting with energies upon
I'm
energies upon energies,
with it.
however you interact with them.
I'm with it. But the reason I put a pause on the statement because I was like, why does I said, why does it have to be those kind of extremities, right?
Right.
And what I'm saying is that is the social dynamic. That is how the social dynamic plays out. The first response to saying the reason why I'm not having sex is because I'm not just loose out here.
And loose can be opening up your
Whatever
legs.
your definition of loose
can be.
Listen, whatever your definition of loose, it's a social standard. It's a social standard.
Most often associated with
It's a social
sex.
standard.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Who the fuck is the judge of loose?
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening
Who
to
the fuck is the judge of
I
loose?
don't even believe in that type of shit. Like I'll say it all the time. Like we talk about like hoe or slut and all. I don't even believe that shit. Like a woman could fuck 100 dudes this week if she want to.
I mean,
But that's just like when people say, "Well, I'm not that empty to be doing stuff like that." I'm like, why you got to be empty to do that?
Yeah, because that's the social standard, right? That's what people say. That's what,
like you're empty.
oh, she's
if you're doing
empty,
that.
or
like,
it's
why?
daddy
Why?
issues, or this is. How about I like to fuck
Why
issues?
why can't it just be that? That's me.
Is that a thing? Is that?
But it goes two ways. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you though. The woman that likes to fuck, cause she ain't empty, because she's attached to her spiritual being, she ain't gonna have that 3-year drought.
No.
Women who is empty, who is empty and has them issues,
Ooh.
she's gonna have that 3-year drought. She's gonna have that. Cause
I don't
she
like the
ain't
blanket
dealing with the
statement.
sexual part of it.
But
I don't
see,
like the
now
blanket
that's
statement.
speaking-
She's
that's
dealing with
now
the reverse
speaking-
of energy that she's reflecting.
That's a
That's
big
now
blanket. G.
speaking
That's
in
a big
extremes.
blanket, G.
That's
That's
now
a
speaking
big
in
blanket.
extremes.
That's a big blanket.
That's now speaking in
And
extremes.
I say it's
I hear you.
That's
say it's a-
speaking in extremes.
yeah, it's a big blanket that I think covers too many people.
That's
And I think that I
speaking
say
in
I hear you
extremes.
too.
My cry, 2 tears in the bucket.
I say
Fuck
this is
it.
why I say it's so
That
extreme. I
is-
think it's so extreme because when you
That's
talk about
extreme.
women who I know for sure some women who are, very sexually liberated and free and they
Yes.
have whatever experiences that they want,
Yes.
some of them are actually fucked up. Like some
What
of them are
percentage-
fucked up.
What
And then
percentage? Wait, real quick. In our experiences, what percentage of women do we think that we've run across? Men too. Let's keep it a buck. Are really just sexually liberated? Are just liberated
Very
in
few.
any way?
Very few.
So it's very few.
Very few.
Very few.
Every time I speak the way I speak, motherfucker act like I am coming from a fucking another planet.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, this fucking horse
It's
slut.
beautiful to be sexually
Material.
liberated. Absolutely.
How you?
But because I am sexually liberated. I got my ways about me. But
stars in them. I'm sorry.
I got my ways about me, but I'm
I'm sorry,
saying that it's I am picky over the
Cosmos.
energy
The cosmos.
that I entertain. And that's the truth.
I heard you.
Yeah, that's the truth. Being picky over the energy.
Yeah.
You and I are frozen too, so somebody noticed that. Oh well, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Here we are. We're about to be out of here anyway.
It be what it
just
be.
happened.
I promise you, I'm still fine. I promise you, too is twisting his hair with barrettes and shit right now.
Yeah, that's my
so
baby braided me up, and these rubber bands keep popping.
anyhow,
Right, Candace, liberate the box.
Liberate the box.
All day.
fam.
I agree.
Let it be what it's gonna be.
Is a whole
I agree.
vibe.
It is a whole
It's
vibe.
definitely a whole vibe.
It is a
But
whole
it's a
vibe.
rare vibe.
And you know what's so crazy about that? I think that by and large, these social constructs are very patriarchal in nature, right? So you got like a lot of dudes who really be the ones on this shit. Like a lot of dudes who really be, on all this shit about, whole culture and slut shaming and all this other goofy shit. And it's like, fam, what you really are being is fucking self-defeating, right? We the ones that's trying to fuck on these people. Why are you making them ashamed of fucking? Like you're self-defeating behavior. Like it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all want to have sex with these people, but when they have sex, you got to call them out their name and all this other goofy shit. Like that's crap. I'm not calling you out your name unless we are having sex. Then, huh? Yeah, I know. I took the cameras off because they just froze. Even Marys were starting to freeze, so I just took them off.
But we can still be heard?
We can be heard.
Okay.
And so,
in the words of the poet laureate,
which one is that?
Usher.
That's what it's made for. I knew that's what you had. That is what it's made for.
But I think that's an easy out too, though, G.
Well,
I think the saying that it's the patriarchy, and I can only talk from my experience, right? And I don't think black men experience the patriarchy in a real way. We don't get the benefits of it. So I think that's a falsehood. But I think that women mimic the same behaviors of the patriarchy.
Whether or not we get the benefits of it, we do mimic the behavior. Like, so we do still pop that shit, right? We do still talk this whole shit. She a bust down, she a runner. We
Most
do still
men,
talk that shit.
and that really is the majority.
But there's a whole different language in our communities too, though, because women call niggas bitches, and it's
100%.
There's a whole different energy in our community. So it's not like a patriarchy.
I'm not saying that's the only problem.
I want to talk more about that.
It's a
but
whole.
we
and this kind of gets into the conversation I was talking about earlier about the sisters who got shot by the police.
Right.
Even some of that played into that energy.
We laid on this conversation.
Yeah, we need to have this conversation for real, but it is a different conversation. But I also think women mimic a lot of those behaviors, and I think women put those standards on women. It's just like the makeup conversation. But women, I saw a sister did a whole fucking expose yesterday the other day about women are getting implants and augmentations to their bodies because this is what men want to see. And then you talk to an average group of men,
and they don't want
to see that shit.
Yeah, very true.
It's like who's fucking the decider? Who's making these? Who's creating these conversations? And I don't know no man. I can remember the first time I saw some fake titties. I was like, this is the weirdest shit in the world.
Them motherfuckers 3 minutes apart.
They don't move. I was like, this shit, you an alien, shorty. Like, you're an alien.
This is different. Like, why is one of them over here and the other one over here? That shit look weird as
hell. So
if
if it's not for us, then who's it for? And
especially
then
on like super skinny women,
and you put the onus back on us, like you're doing this to appease us. I'm confused. Because when I look at my Rolodex of men, we have private conversations. I can't think of too many men that's like, shorty got that augmentation and it's popping.
Yeah. Nah.
Can't think of too many men like,
however,
I really appreciate them shots in her ass.
However, the sheer numbers tells us that has to be the case.
No, it
yes,
doesn't.
It does too.
No, it doesn't.
That it's women doing that to women, and
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does too.
No, and that's part of the conversation.
We got to get into
this. That's the conversation in totality. We're moving off narratives not created by none of us. This is not our. I didn't
say we created it. I agree with you on that.
Think about this.
But to say there ain't no niggas with it,
no, listen,
that can't be the case.
Listen, there's a
supply and demand.
The Instagram model conversation has become part of the lexicon.
Absolutely.
How many Instagram models do we think there are? Just for our community, let's say the black community.
10,000.
Throw out a random number. 10,000.
10,000
of a community of 44 million people. What the fuck do 10,000 people dictate as the normality of the lexicon?
Be clear.
The only reason I say that is because you get outside of the Instagram models, the ones who's promoting this. My little cousin, popular girl in Chicago, was talking about ass shots amongst her friends. I'm so damn ignorant. That's some Atlanta, LA shit. Chicago women ain't getting ass shots like that.
Oh, they are.
They definitely are.
They are. I know a whole crew.
They definitely are. Yeah. And it was
my little cousin just got her fucking lips done.
That was see that shit is wild.
And she's my fucking cousin.
That's wild.
And all the women in my family, like I don't know what you're doing. Your mama got an ass to the moon, full thick lips. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you seeing.
How you mad?
I'm real tight about it, but I'm just not gonna have. I ain't had the conversation with her yet because what the fuck we're gonna have a conversation about it for? You already done it. I know you done it. Point is, what I'm saying about this supply and demand shit too. supply and demand would tell you that there are niggas who like this shit. There has to be.
That's
dog.
why I'm gonna push back. You know who likes it? The 10,000 niggas that all them women is aiming for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's 20,000 people total. The 10,000 niggas with a couple dollars. The 10,000 women who got enough money to get their shots or they can run about the goddamn.
And then everybody else
is mimicking the bullshit.
is aspiring that. That's what I'm saying.
But that ain't normal.
Whether they got it or not, that's what they're into. So everybody else is aspiring to that. And so those niggas do exist, G. And so whether you're one of those 10,000 who happen to be a successful Instagram model, or you're one of the 10 million who is an aspiring Instagram model, the behavior and the value set is the same.
Yeah, it's sickening.
That is a fucking problem.
We're gonna revisit.
That is a
We have to
fucking
revisit.
problem.
But is the goal the same? Cause see them 10,000, they hoeing. I don't care how you write it. You can rewrite it however you want
Here
to.
you go.
They hoeing. It's okay.
You see,
I
feel
respect
like-
it. It's still
I feel
hoeing.
like we're like.
Is it
going back
hoeing?
and forth.
Every man in this room
like
before we cut this
sexually.
mic off, is it hoeing?
Hoeing like transactionally.
Okay, cool.
I mean, let's just call it what it is.
In the definition of what you're saying, yes.
Oh, now this thing.
So you know how I feel about it. So I don't know why you act like I'm coming out of nowhere. You know how I feel about it. So I don't know why you think I'm coming. Why you act like I'm coming out of nowhere? In the definition of you saying, is she using her box, her body, and her sexual aptitude to get material shit? Yes. If that's how you're defining hoeing, she's doing that.
Definitive of hoeing.
Okay, I just don't. I just want to be clear.
You're not sexually liberated. You got that ass shot, so you can get this purse.
So you get this purse.
This is
Purse for
bubblegum.
purse.
This is bubblegum. Because there's double standards that's happening and there's hypocrisy that's happening. But we can get into it next.
this is
No,
real.
it's bubblegum.
This shit is real. It's happening.
Bubblegum. This is not soul food.
And
This is
dude
bubblegum.
Goofball John.
No, this.
We got.
No. Time out. Sometimes you got to deal with the bubble gum if you're gonna get some soul food.
Wait, who's next? Who's coming up next?
For a good date night, you guys.
What about a good day night? No, fuck that.
There's-
We got to deal with some of this bullshit if you're gonna get to any of the real shit. You have to. It's mandatory.
Yeah, have that.
Yeah.
So that ain't real?
I'm not saying that it's.
Yes or no, man?
Use a hoe.
Answer the question.
Ho,
Is they
use
hoeing?
a hoe.
Is they hoeing?
Ho, use a
Everybody
hoe.
is
I
doing
said
this
that
shit.
use a hoe.
Unless you.
No,
Okay.
unless you're married.
Yes.
Are those women hoeing? We just got to be honest about the conversation.
Sure. Yes.
Whatever, man. She's a jerk.
We gonna find a new guest co-host on Fridays because Mary don't even like to talk to us.
She do.
Okay, Mary just want to interview us, and she don't even want to add her valuable perspective to the conversation. Gosh darn it, Mary Q Angel.
I love you guys.
We love you too. Thank you so
I
much
love
for
you
being
very
here,
much.
as always. For Ron Rilla in the production studio doing all of the hard work, or whatever the fuck it is Ron does. For Toussaint Werner, my name is Herb Howard. This has been I Said What I Said on a Relationship Friday. Thank y'all so very, very much for choosing to hang out here. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. It's a decent day in Chicago. Hope it is decent wherever you should find yourself as well. We'll be back here Monday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, y'all be good to each other. Peace.
WIFTBPM.
You about that life? I'm about that life. You ain't really about that life. If you really about that life, JC, spit a key. Let me test your work. Boss, you the boss? Let me test your work. Jeez, you talking breezy? Let me test your work. Cam, you the man? Let me test your work. Dre and Snoop,